I never
take
thought.
advantage of your discounts?
You know, I remember dancing as a kid with a bunch of friends. I remember specifically dancing to the song.
Yeah.
Creepy porn lawyer.
Oh, really?
He is representing.
He was saying that.
Almost thinking that won't happen.
Actually, I don't think she works for Microsoft. She got this high-level certification to do stuff with Microsoft products.
Oh, so what's that cover?
True. I think she worked for the government. But I think she was maybe doing technology for government.
You mean, for health? A lot of things. First of all, low carb, fasting, and biotin. But not just biotin. It's just hormone. If I need it, I can help. I don't.
What he just told us, the accusation is mistake.
Right.
I mean, she's age-fighting medicine. She's saying she watched. You know what people
How
say?
often are you working out?
3 times a week.
Watched who?
Oh, now that has had a lot of benefits.
But I thought she said
That's awesome.
drinking from him.
Yeah, 3 times a week religiously. I'd like to start.
How come I don't see this?
On one of those times, I'd like to start doing some yoga. Because I hear that's really good, rather than just, because I do a little aerobic and lifting, and I'd like to try stretching, because I think that's going to have a lot of benefits.
But I don't think he was part of the game, right? I don't think. But
I have no idea why she would go to that attorney. That's the part that, I mean, he's a sleazeball.
I think they.
You talking Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
And then also I can cross off.
Do what they're doing.
Shane, would you mind just scooching a little towards Dan so I can see Tom? Thank you.
This helps?
You can hold hands.
No. I don't know why.
Here, Mark.
I have accusations.
You're in my book, Plumb Line. Bob, you're in my book. The publisher says I have to get your permission.
Okay.
But you'll love it. It's about doing things right and wrong, and you're on the right.
Is this her?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll let you read. They, they're really
With that auction call, you didn't have the time and all my
now
lines
you don't
were
have
full.
to.
Can I wait to call her?
Controversial
Where's the
book.
next free line? Yeah.
Okay, so
But this
she's
is
not.
option.
We say
In other words, they
option.
want
You mean
if people say, "Hey,
auction.
you really do that?"
Auction.
They
Yeah,
want
just wait for the free line.
they don't want someone saying that's all fiction. It's not true. Right. And I think the part I write about you is about. I give actual examples of. I'm not going to make you sign anything right now. I just wanted to let you know.
Troubleshooter. Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to what? The Consumer Show, the Troubleshooter Show, the Pain in the Ass Show, the Go Out and Get 'em Show, the Let's Make Things Equal Show, the Equalizing Show, the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. Yes, I know there are other shows that give advice. We don't just give advice, and we don't give one type of advice only. It stems finances into our lifestyles, into our careers, and even our neighborhoods. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, I got people who have written to us. We called them back. We have people who held yesterday, so I'm going to get right to the phones. Then I will introduce my guests. We do have 2 guests from the referral list. Really exciting stuff. No, seriously, home services, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And then, of course, we have, and that's Plumb Line, and then we have Zero Res for carpets. Just all good stuff. Now, they're going to chime in as business people as well. That's the main reason they're here. But then if there's anything in their area of expertise, they will chime in. So let's go to Lori first. Lori, tell me what's going on with you, Lori.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for contacting us, Lori. What can we do for you?
My daughter was issued a criminal mischief ticket, a summons.
For what?
She was playing disc golf, frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf?
Yes.
Okay.
And her disc landed on a roof of a house that adjoins the golf course. So they didn't ring the doorbell, knock on the door, or anything.
Oh, they just went up on the roof.
No, they had this contraption. It's like a disc retriever. It's like a little wire basket. Mm-hmm. And they threw it onto the roof to try and pull the disc down.
I don't see how any of this turns into criminal mischief, but what happened then?
The gentleman came out, said that they damaged the roof.
Oh, okay.
And called the police. The police came out.
Dang.
The gentleman said that
it's a misdemeanor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So where does it stand right now? Let's get to the part. Was she charged with a misdemeanor? Was more than one charged?
It was a misdemeanor under $300. The gentleman said that the damage was $1. And right now it stands that she would have to appear in November.
This is more punishment than anything. We need to get a hold of a criminal defense attorney to talk to you. Did you have any specific questions?
Just what should be the next step? I mean, for something for $1,
an attorney.
Like there's all.
It's not. Yeah. No, this is anger. This isn't money.
Yes.
But here's the good news. Usually the DA doesn't accept a case like this. They have discretion. Now, did the district attorney file these charges, or is it in the city attorney's office?
I believe it's going to be. The ticket was issued by a police officer from the city. Of what city? It was supposed to be Longmont.
Okay, so Longmont. There's a DA for Longmont. Isn't that Adams County?
Boulder County.
Oh, it's Boulder. So it'll either be the Boulder County DA or the City of Longmont City Attorney. They do like some minor offenses are handled by city attorneys' offices. So you just have to figure out who's handling it, and then you can try to negotiate something or go to the guy and see if there's community service or something he would accept to drop it. You can negotiate. There's nothing wrong with negotiating. You can't intimidate, but you can negotiate. Go ahead.
The police said that there was some type of a community mediator type of thing, and he refused it because he said he's got anger management issues. And he couldn't trust himself in the same room as her.
See, this guy is truly, that's what it's all about, anger. But the DA is going to see through that. Because the judge may order mediation. I don't know. You have to be proactive. You have to write to the prosecutor or have your daughter, not you. Please, don't you do it. And say, look, it was a stupid thing, blah, blah, blah. Tell the story with remorse and being contrite. And then ask for alternatives because she doesn't want to ruin her record. And then that's what you need to do. Write directly to the prosecutor and then ask for a pretrial. And then you can go with her and go meet. And then, these things can be worked out. I doubt if the Boulder district attorney will even take it. It's very difficult for them to take. They don't like cases like this, especially the ones spurred by anger. By the way, this hour brought to you by Century RV for your next RV. Or, by the way, Labor Day's gone, right? They still have a Labor Day sale going on. They have, listen to this, Keystone travel trailer starting at $10,990. Brand new spanking travel trailers. They also have fifth wheels. They have motorhomes. They have customized vans, I believe. Don't they, Mark, have customized vans?
They got all kinds of stuff, man. And they have pop-ups.
They're in two locations, 6th Avenue, just north of 6th. Near Woodley's, between Kipling and Sims. That's Lakewood. They're also up north on 119, turn off the I-25 to Longmont. And that's frontage road there with a service department, CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111. Paul also contacted us. He wants to talk about an S-Corp. Paul, we know a lot about this issue because of our Atlas partners who are business advisors and accountants. What's going on?
Well, I just closed my business, and
is this the oh, yes. This is the one with uniforms, right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
And so,
Paul, this is crazy. I want to bring this up to Bob Logan. Bob, he's got do you guys do contracts for your, at Plumline, do you do contracts for your uniforms?
Yes, we do.
So you lease them?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of purchase them up front, and then we have a rental program, so they do the cleaning and everything.
They come and get them and bring new ones when you need them?
Exactly. Every week we drop off the dirties, they pick them up.
And then you also have a monthly payment, right? One monthly payment, or does it fluctuate?
Well, it'll fluctuate a little bit based on usage, but not that much.
But it's an agreement. How many year agreement?
Typically they're 3 years. We signed a 5-year agreement.
Okay. And then, Shane, do you have that at Zero Res?
We do.
Okay.
We're soon to move away from it, but
how does yours work?
It's very similar. 3-year agreement. It depends on usage.
Now, this guy had an agreement with you had an S-Corp, is that right?
Yes.
And the last agreement you signed was when?
9/30 of 2010.
9/30 of 2010.
Yeah.
They never asked you to. They never asked you to sign another one.
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah, they did ask me.
Well, no, in that agreement, though, it automatically renews.
It does, Mark.
And that's very common for it to automatically renew.
Okay, but where does it say that about the automatic
I think
renewal,
it's
Mark?
highlighted
Could you
on the
point it
top.
out and talk about it?
And you typically, they give you like 6 months before it renews that you can decline the renewal. So it's always like
all these uniform companies are almost exactly the same.
Yep. Okay, this agreement.
They drive me nuts.
I keep my lights really dim in here. That's why I can either use light or I can use little readers. And people say, "You can't read," and I say, "Yes, I can." Okay, ready? Okay. This agreement is effective as of this date and shall continue for 72 consecutive months following the initial installation of the garments. The agreement shall renew for consecutive like terms. What the hell does that mean, like terms?
That would mean another 72 months.
Another 72.
Exactly.
Thereafter until terminated by written notice by certified mail either party to the other party 60 days prior to termination. Man, that's tricky. If you don't write within that 60 days, it continues. Now,
they're almost all like that,
no,
though.
I'm going to say that he was probably in contract, and we had our attorney look at it. He's probably in contract?
Yeah.
Okay, now, yesterday we weren't even sure if you were in contract, so therefore we said, the hell with it. You were not in contract. However, they sent you a final bill about $8,000 because what they're doing is extrapolating the next how many months into this other, we'd have to figure it out, but somehow they want a buyout. Okay?
Yes.
And Bob, you would understand that at Plumline, right? You would understand that. You would understand that, Shane.
Right.
Except now there's one hitch here. Let's talk about it. The agreement was signed, I don't believe, by you individually. Did you take individual responsibility, or did you sign it as your corporation and as the president?
It's even better. He didn't even sign it. His manager did, and he just signed it as the manager.
Of the corporation.
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore, I believe, I'm not giving you legal advice, I'm saying what would happen with me. If I dissolved my corporation, I'd say, sorry, I'm out of business.
And you don't really even have to dissolve it.
Well, yeah, you don't have to, well...
Make your case stronger, if that's what he's really doing.
Right. Are you going to dissolve it?
If they came after him.
No, but if you just, I don't want to see it dissolved while they're chasing him. I'd rather, well, it's too late. Did you dissolve it before they came after you?
No. And do I need to dissolve it?
I don't know if you need to or not. Let's talk.
I don't think so.
Could you go to Wink and Wink, please?
He's not in business anymore.
Hold on. Let's talk. We're going to get Wink and Wink on 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have a lot to talk about. And one of the things I want to talk about, let me get this note, because I believe the seminar has a few seats left because Deputy Clint had to cancel. Let's see. Yeah, it is the 26th tonight. Centeno Schultz is having a seminar tonight in Lone Tree.
Tomorrow.
The 26th tonight in Lone Tree, Centeno Schultz has a seminar. Give them a call. These guys are talking about tomorrow night. They have one too, and that's in Broomfield. So we have two of them. But guys, they just noted me on this one, by the way. So we have two of them tonight in Lone Tree at 6. Tomorrow night in Broomfield at 6. You can go to either one if you have any questions about stem cell. What I love about this, there's no obligation, and you will absolutely learn everything you need to know about stem cells and why the other ones we call fake, and why the only way to get real living stem cells is to extract them at the time of therapy. So if you have pain, arthritis, painful joints, inflammation, go and see more about this, or you can just call for an appointment if you don't want to go through a seminar. I love the seminars, though. Here's the number for either or, 303-963-9201, 303-963-9201, CentenoSchultz.com.
Dan, you didn't know they sent me an email on another one. This report.
That's the first time they've done it. Usually they give you weeks in advance.
They gave me, I've been doing this for about a week now.
Oh, really?
They told me about the one, the 26th, a week ago. They sent an email. Oh, no. The rep sent an email.
Oh, they did nice. They got a bunch of seminars now.
Who?
They got,
on their site?
Yeah. Now it's easy to see.
Oh, I had to put that up.
Did you get a substantial movement on price for sudden right here? Right now, mostly cloudy. 50. If you're traffic and weather, I ain't question.
about 30%.
Oh, wow.
Jump on that.
And then locks it in forever.
What?
Yeah, I mean, they're as you know, the
You're supposed to
specs
go
are
do
really,
something wrong, right?
in one respect, they're really hard to get out of because you got to jump through a bunch of hoops and a certified letter and all that stuff.
So you think the bulk, though, he was supposed to ask the
There's
bulk
so many
that
things
we
that
can
uniform
wink
companies do
and
wrong.
but you think you just gotta
that
say, hey,
it's easy for
that's his,
to get out of them for life.
that's Kavanaugh's
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
If I had to go down that road.
What do you guys use?
God, who would have their calendar from that?
I'll bet you he's got a box, his mom saved a box of everything that he had. Certain moms do that, they save everything of the kids.
What mom does?
Oh. Hey, you left, you're out of here.
Burn it. So what are they saying? What did they find?
This new one that came out, signing this affidavit here, just read this, man. It's short and sweet, this part of it, but it's, oh, wow.
But they don't say he was part of it.
No, yeah, she said that she was gang raped by him. He drugged her, and about 5 guys lined up and gangbanged her. That's what she's saying. And it happened numerous times, not just to her, but to other people.
How would she have known if she was drugged and everything that who did it?
You allow me to show you our firm's long history of
And
outstanding
did she tell her parents on that?
pursue righteous cases on a percentage fee basis.
She didn't tell anybody, apparently. The problem is, she went to the creepy porn lawyer. Who goes to the creepy porn lawyer? Honest to God, it's the craziest shit I ever heard.
Was it Summer Daniels? What's her name?
Stormy.
Stormy Summer. It was Stormy in the summer.
She legally changed her name to Stormy. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, she's very reputable.
God, I don't know what they're damn good at smearing. You know, the problem is why the creepy porn lawyer? That's the part that's the only part that like.
You know, the only way this will stop if they can prove it didn't happen and sue her for slander.
Well, yeah, but they got to do all this in what, a day?
Oh, of course, that's what.
You know what they're going to do? They should turn around and put that woman up. You know, at this point,
He already took Joe from the third.
Kavanaugh.
Now, if he can just scrap Joe,
I don't know what
take
you do
another
with
from
it.
the
I mean, honestly.
I don't think they cared to get to the bottom of it or anything. They just don't want to confirm. As long as they install that and push it away, that's all.
Yeah, he puts up that woman right now, but
that's right.
she's so far away. They don't like Kavanaugh. Oh my God, they're gonna hate her. She's written papers, I think, on Roe v. Wade. I mean, I think she came out and, if I had my facts right, she came out and basically said, you know, it just wasn't good law. It wasn't a good decision.
Who said that?
That the woman
Potential new nominee.
Yeah, I can't think of her
Oh,
name.
you're right. She's a very cat. She's got like a ton of kids.
You know, I'm of the belief when there's unrelated parties that there seems to be credibility. I don't know why all these people would lie. Unless what happens is they hear about it.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody heard something about me, even if it wasn't true. People then rack their brains saying, let's see, I worked for Tom. Did I ever notice anything out of place? And then you start thinking of little otherwise innocent things. Like when I go to Suzanne, you know, hey dear, blah, blah, blah. And then if a bunch of people are saying he inappropriate type, and then somebody says, well, you know, he kind of made me feel uncomfortable. I've seen that happen. It's like a crowd psychology.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
This is a different deal, though.
What? They're saying
Gang rape.
These new allegations are outright gang rape. They drugged me. They lined up and, you know, gangbang, basically, or whatever they call it. Gang raped. Numerous boys.
Hi, Tom Martino. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair. Mark, they just emailed us today with their specials.
$149, sir, for a transmission.
No, it's $119 still, but they're going to add services for the $149. They're going to do differentials and other stuff, but I swear that was the message I
Nope,
got.
I read it wonderfully.
Mark, I got it right here. Hold on.
Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see.
All right,
everybody, hold on.
Hold on. Here's what it says.
Go ahead, sir.
Let's keep the transmission special. Oh.
At what?
149. Huh? Hold on. 99. Hold on. Most vehicles, doggone it, they were doing it for 119. Change filter, gasket, top off all fluids, and of course anything it needs they tell you, and if not, and if you don't do it, they credit you the $149. Wait a minute, it has been $149 or $119?
No, it's been $149.
Okay, it was $119 before that.
Way back.
All right, now, they will do another one for $199, which includes servicing the front and rear differential and transfer case. So is he saying that's the transmission service plus the other, or just the other?
The others are $199.
Okay, and $149 for the transmission.
That's right.
So if you add them up, it's like $350
for everything.
For everything.
At a dealership, so people know, at a dealership, easily $1,000 on most vehicles.
This is a complete drivetrain check. Now you can do one or the other, and that's budget A1 transmission and auto repair, okay? Budget A1 transmission and auto repair. I wanted to make sure. I got Joe Lazzara, and I know that, Suzanne. I'll get right to him. Okay, the number for budget, 303-781-9858, 781-9858 on Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. Okay, let's go. Joe Lazzara, attorney at law. Joe, listen, Joe, Lori's daughter got a ticket for Lori, what was the actual charge?
Criminal mischief for under $300.
Here's what happened. A ball went up on top of a roof, and a Frisbee, and they tried to get it down. Really, that's what happened. And did they actually go on the roof, Lori?
No, they did not.
They used, what, a wire or a hook or what?
It's a special tool for disc golf. It's a wire, plastic-coated wire.
Okay. Well, in any case, the guy's angry. He even said that because he said he wouldn't go to community mediation because he has a problem with anger. Really, and he's going to anger management. So the police gave her a ticket. But Joe, this is Boulder County. I don't know how Boulder County is, but I know in Douglas County, they won't take cases like this if they think it's anger and there's no damage at all. So really, and he even admitted there was no damage. He said the damage was $1. In other words, he's doing this to teach that girl a lesson. Is this ridiculous?
It is. It seems like a total waste of
Right.
resources.
Don't you think? But do you think Boulder will actually take this?
I would be shocked. Could you imagine having a trial on a case like this?
Okay. Now, there's a hearing, Lori, when?
In November.
What do they do?
So at the hearing, they'll sit down, they'll talk to him. I would assume that they just kick the case or dismiss the case at that point in time.
Because she's going to be apologetic and say, listen, you know, this is a kid, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
How old is she, Lori?
She's actually 23.
Yeah. I don't know, Joe. Do you think they need to hire an attorney for this preliminary?
I wouldn't. I'd go up there and see what they have to say.
And say not guilty?
Yeah, talk to the prosecutor. If they're not willing to do anything for you, you can continue it. Give me a call.
Yeah.
Or you always have the right to enter not guilty.
You guys are too easy on crime. This sounds like a big issue. They should throw the book at this woman.
I know.
Mark.
Hey,
You
Joe.
go back to Hawaii, buddy.
Joe, though, but people that have questions, I want to make this clear. They can call you without charge if they're facing any kind of charge whatsoever and they want some advice quickly, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and his number is 303-429-6200, okay? Now, thank you, Joe. So Paul has an S-Corp. He's still, but his S-Corp,
Yes.
Are you operating the S-Corp anymore?
Well, I'm still, I shut this down 2 weeks ago.
Shut your company down. But what are you doing with the S-Corp, which is now, in essence, a shell?
I haven't done anything with it.
Does it have any assets? Well, S-Corps don't have assets, do they, Mark? There's just income that flows.
It just goes down to him.
No, they can have assets. But
it's still going to go down to whoever owns it.
I understand that. They have assets, though. Different than, I'm not talking about cash flow. I'm talking about assets, not income. They can own assets.
If there's assets, I don't know what they are.
Okay.
I did this incorporation.
He has no assets.
Okay, so here's the bottom line. He has no assets. What was the company? What were you doing? What business operation?
Auto repair.
Auto repair. So, Gigi, listen to this one.
Yeah.
He had a recurring 72-month contract for uniforms. That's it. And it automatically renewed. Everyone is clear. No one's disputing that it renewed, and he was somewhere in the middle of it. And he canceled because he went out of business. They say you owe me $8,000 because of the extrapolation of unpaid uniform bills. Gigi, what happens? Can they come? I mean, he saw his manager. He didn't sign. His manager signed as the manager of the corporation, of this corporate store. I don't think they can come after Paul personally. Do you?
The only way that they to do that, if he didn't personally guarantee it,
right? He didn't.
Be to pierce the corporate veil.
That's what that would be only like with fraud or something.
No, it would be if he's essentially operating the business not
as a ruse,
separating business from personal. So, if he didn't have a separate bank account, if he is the only owner, and commingled personal.
In other words, if it was just a ruse, if it was just a joke. But if it was a real business, but what are the chances if it's a real business that they could come after him personally?
I think that would be a tough argument. It's an uphill climb for them. They can certainly sue the S Corp whether it's dissolved or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that answers our question. So dissolving the S Corp doesn't necessarily make
it. Because it did exist, and so but if there's nothing to get, there's nothing to get.
Okay.
They would have
Ken, I got another question, and this is one that should have a drum roll. Let me see if I have one. Do I have a drum roll? Yes, I do. Okay. Do you have my volume up there? I want to get this because this is a good question. Ready? Go on. All right. Can an S Corp file a bankruptcy?
They cannot get a discharge. So you can file. The only reason to do that would be if you wanted the bankruptcy trustee to liquidate the S Corp. If you did not want to be involved with the liquidation of the business for some reason.
Okay.
But it'll never get discharged of the debt, but it can be, it can be handled through a bankruptcy. It would be unusual. It'd be a unique case that would fit that.
Yeah, because if you dissolve the S Corp, there's nothing to get, so it would, in essence, be discharged.
And you can distribute the assets to the creditors on your own. But if there's creditors fighting over who has priority
I get what you mean. Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Gigi.
Tom,
yes.
Of course.
Hey, Tom, in my case, this is really going to be my only creditor that comes after me. So here's my problem with this. When you first start with a uniform company, they bring in their products. Many of them are new. In the uniform world, sometimes you get stuff that they have.
Yeah, but it's all irrelevant. Let him finish though, because we're gonna end up saying just what Mark wanted to say, and that's all irrelevant because it doesn't matter. That's the industry, and you entered into a contract. If you want to argue philosophy on they shouldn't be doing it this way, this is not the venue.
No, I understand that. It's just that when they renewed the contract and they brought in all new uniforms, well, then they have a bunch of money they have to get back. In my case, we're using uniforms that were paid for years ago.
I understand that, Paul. But it doesn't change anything. I know what you're saying. There is no actual loss. Yes, there is. The loss is future income depended on by a contract.
Yeah.
That's the loss.
In my opinion, they're not going to be able to collect from it. They're not going to be able to put it on your credit report. They're not, or they shouldn't put it on your credit report.
Now, hold on.
If it were me, Tom, I would tell them, you know what? You're welcome to come after me. But I'm not going to pay you a dime.
Right, exactly. I'm out of business. I can't help it.
8 years of service out of me.
Right.
Move on.
April, you have a severe dog bite issue here. What's going on?
Yes. Hi, Tom.
Thank you for holding yesterday. And Leslie, I'm going to take you as well. Hang on. So, April, what's going on?
Okay, August the 3rd, I was up doing canine training with people from all over the country up in Gunnison and Crested Butte. We were at a venue, a cemetery where we were parked.
Okay.
We were pretty much completed with our training for the day.
Okay.
And I was walking away from my car.
Yes.
And was about 10 to 15 feet from the person that had a dog this is the dog that bit me. She had just got done doing something with her dog, was standing at the back side of her car. I then proceeded to look over and think, oh, this is a great opportunity to let her dog come and say hello to me.
You mean was she in the obedience class?
She wasn't. This dog is not it's a younger dog, 2-year-old.
But was she in the class that you were just were you just in a class?
It wasn't a class. It was just a bunch of canine handlers from throughout the country just getting together training.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so then what happened? You thought, what a good opportunity. Then what?
Yes. I had 2 days prior had tried to say hello to her dog in her car in its kennel.
Was she a handler or was she just a person with a dog?
She's a handler.
Okay, so what happened? What happened?
Well, her dog snarled at me.
Yeah.
At that point,
yeah,
she shut the car down and said, I'm really sorry about that.
That was a few days earlier, right?
Yes.
What I'm interested about is this time.
Yes. So I proceeded to bend down, be in a more, very neutral position, thinking her dog would come over, say hello, be all okay. Well, her dog just proceeded to come over and just latched onto my left forearm.
That's terrible.
And did not let go.
April, you told me about the prior incident because you thought it was going to establish some kind of pattern and it was going to strengthen your case.
Yes.
It weakens your case.
It weakens.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
No.
Because you knew about an assumed risk there. You were not taken by surprise. Now, you can also argue that she knew the dog had that potential and should have taken precautions. It's going to be hazy. But do you see what I mean? That you kind of knew that dog was a little weird. So tell me, April, the dog was off leash or not?
I do not believe so. I believe the dog was on a long.
And when you squatted down, was it obvious when you squatted down you wanted to say hello to the dog?
I believe so, yes.
In other words, you were thinking, you know what? I left that on a bad note last time. I want to say hi to that little dog or whatever the dog.
Yeah.
And you went over, squatted down. I know exactly what you're thinking. And then all of a sudden, the dog comes, probably even wagging his tail, comes over, and all of a sudden, wham. Okay, is that actionable? It could be, but let me ask you the damages.
So far, the damages, do you want to know just financial or what?
Total medical damages so far.
Okay. So far, total medical damages, I believe, have added up to approximately $2,138.
21 what?
$2,100.
Okay. And what about other damages?
What are those for?
Others?
What is the 2138 for?
Probably stitches and stuff. What?
Yes, I had to have 23
stitches. Okay. Now, what about other damages you mentioned, financial?
Part of that is also paying for a medical premium, which is COBRA.
Well, that you got to pay for anyway, dear.
No, I wouldn't have had to have paid for that.
What are you talking about?
I would have gone the exchanges. My medical insurance actually just had ended.
Yeah, but truly, that's not going to be a damage. It's not. Okay. I mean, I'm just telling you that. Okay. Now, I'm not making a legal determination. I am telling you based on all of the stuff I've seen. You know, normal premiums, and it is a normal premium. You're going to say, well, I didn't need it, but you did it. So you could have still gone to the exchange. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter. Was there action or not? It could be. I mean, it really could be. And I hate to be so elusive here or wishy-washy, but it depends on how much she knew about that dog and how negligent she was. You were negligent, too.
I wonder if she had home insurance.
Homeowners, but if she's a professional dog trainer, Mark, or handler, that's true. It might be difficult to go to her homeowners. Here's what I would do first, and it will cost you not a dime. I would consult with John Fuller and call him. We'll give you his number, and you can talk his ear off. Honest to God, he won't charge you if you want to know if you have a case.
Okay, because she did actually give this to her homeowners.
Oh, good.
So
well, is she a professional or not? Is she a professional or not?
No, not in the.
All right, let her go through with this, but still, call John Fuller. What's his number again? I just don't have it at the tip of my tongue. Doggone it. I'll give it right after the break. I got to take this break because I am getting really dirty looks. IconEyecare.com. You can get clear lenses. Just remove your lenses and get brand new ones. Yes, you can get them. They're bionic lenses, I call them. They focus. You'll never get cataracts. You never need glasses. As I said, I have readers because it's a habit. Really tiny, tiny print in low light. You might need them. But in essence, you need no glasses, never get cataracts, and for a clear lens exchange at Icon, your eyes will be perfect forever. It's that easy. Or you can get LASIK if you want, but LASIK isn't permanent. We all know that. I'm not downing it. It's a good deal. Whatever you want, Icon has it. Icon, eyecare.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station 6.
Weird. Gang raping? Jesus God. But if he was in the presence, she said she doesn't know if he was part of it. Right?
Yeah,
she said he wasn't.
Well, if you read it more closely, she said he was present.
Yeah, I saw
He never, she never said he did it.
But,
yeah, but
she also
present,
said,
being present for that shit is bad.
Well, yeah.
I would never be
Well,
present for that.
if you were at the party, right, and in another room, you're present.
Well, yeah, in another room. But if I'm watching this,
yeah, but
I
she's
say,
putting
guys,
here, listen, I became aware of efforts by Mark Judge, Brett Kavanaugh, and others to spike the punch at house parties with drugs so they can cause girls to lose inhibitions and their ability to say no. I mean,
but you're telling me people wouldn't know about this, more people wouldn't know about this.
Well, they don't want to incriminate themselves. Yeah, I was there. Oh, good.
No. Wouldn't have told their parents about this?
No, that's not a good argument.
No,
really?
People don't talk about that shit. No,
So you're a girl that's 16, you go to a party, you get drunk, and you get raped. So you're going to go tell your parents that you snuck out, got drunk. I just don't think most girls would say that.
This was a private school, so how many there would actually get pregnant?
Dude, I think he was a playboy. I don't think he's a rapist, though.
I don't think he's a playboy. I think he's gay. That's my
I he truly thinks that.
That's my
come up
true
with that?
Huh?
Where do you come up with that?
Just my gaydar. I just think he's
My gaydar?
I just do. You know, and as they say, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but I do think I think the guy is gay. I don't think that. But now, does that mean he couldn't have been? I don't know. He just doesn't strike me.
She goes on, I also witnessed efforts by Kavanaugh and others to cause girls to become inebriated and disoriented so they could be gang raped. That's pretty much naming him. I mean, no matter how you look at it. I also witnessed efforts by Mark Judge, Brent Kavanaugh, and others to cause girls to be inebriated and disoriented so they could be gang raped in a side room or bedroom by a train of numerous boys.
Okay, Mark, I got something important to tell you. Come here, please.
Damn it.
Tom, you might want to hear this if you want to come here a minute.
Only if it's about Bob.
No. Oh, of course it's about Bob.
What about Bob?
I don't want to hear it if it's about me.
You were part of the. You were number 8.
It's amazing, though, that
tell
at
you,
what point
I've never ever. I went to a small high school, but nothing like this did I ever hear about. I mean, that's spiking a punch. I've heard of spiking punch.
Well,
It was liquor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, rape or assault in any form is disgusting, but maybe I lived in a different world because every high school party, every college party, that was the whole purpose of the party. Let's drink, get everybody drunk, loosen everybody up. You know, that's.
But here's
spring break. I mean, you name it. That's what I'm saying. If that was like, hey, this is a planned event, and that's the room we're going to use. I mean, that's a whole. That's a whole different level.
Kind of bad.
Well, that's weird. If he's meeting with the guy now, why is he?
That's going to get shut down.
What's going to get shut down?
High school.
What high school?
This happened at.
What do you mean?
After all these years?
Well, like I say, this is their. You don't think it's changed?
Oh, you mean the?
It's a private school.
What's the name of it? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Hey, that's pretty good. You got to admit that.
That was really good. Although I don't cuss.
Yeah. I don't either.
This is really bad, man.
So let me ask you, Mark, the referral list company name and phone number is different than this phone number that was given on the business card.
Yeah, but Lance is the owner.
Yeah, but Mark, what we're talking about is brand confusion. For the other thing.
There's issues, though. There's
issues. There's issues that this company is being represented as a referral list member. They're not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they may not be represented
But if it's the same owner, who cares?
Well, I do care. But here's the deal.
No,
well, if
It's
Shane had a
strange.
piece of shit, if
It's
Shane had a cheaper, whatever, car
Why does he have
company,
two different company
he's not
names,
going to
two
call that
different
company.
numbers?
Only Zero Res could say they're on the referral list.
No. I'm just saying, if what this guy's telling her, there's a fucking issue. We need to get it handled.
Right.
Whether or not.
I know that.
Damn! I forgot I don't swear.
Whether or not, we know, Suzanne, we understand. Whether or not it's a referral list or not, we want to fix it. I understand you, Mark. I understand Sue's in that we have to make sure that brand confusion is noted.
I got you. I knew he owned that.
Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, instead of covering your teeth with veneers or getting braces for 6 or 7 years, when you're an adult, it takes forever. You can get it done in 2 years from Aurora Orthodontics for pennies on the dollar when it comes
to cosmetic dentistry. Do you know veneers can cost upwards of $60,000? Seriously, there's just the front teeth, 20 or more. So here's the deal. At Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, they do a series of mouthpieces that adults wear that widen the palate and straighten the teeth. Then what happens is your teeth become straight, TMJ goes away, sleep apneas go away, your jaw is aligned, and then you wear Invisalign, the whole thing, 2 years, beautiful teeth for a couple grand instead of 50 and 60. Dr. Kent Lawson pioneered the new orthodontics. Give him a call, 303-690-0100, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, 303-690-0100. So we have Zero Res with us, Shane, and he's been listening to these business problems. How would you sum up business problems? What would be, one word, what is it? Oh, no, 2 words.
Business problems? And sum up in 2 words?
Bob Logan, Plumline Services, 2 words. Come on, you heard me talk.
Communication.
Bad feelings.
Miscommunication.
Miscommunication.
No, but miscommunication causes bad feelings. Being snubbed, bad feelings. Not being heard, bad feelings. A bad product, bad feelings. A bad service, bad feelings. It's that feeling. It's that feeling. Ooh, I've been screwed, or ooh, I don't like it.
But I agree with Bob. The communication is critical to overcome that.
Well, of course. But that's just one of the tools, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, if you communicated naked, would you be communicating? You know, what I'm saying is appearances. So
Quite sure where we're going with this one.
Because you said communication. Well, no. How about appearance? That too, right? And then what else? There are many tools. What I'm getting at is it all is for one reason, to make someone feel good.
Right.
Really, that's what we're doing. If you think about it, if you make people feel good, you've won the battle.
I think more importantly than that, Tom, is that they've been listened to.
Or
they've been heard, right?
Okay, so they've been heard, but if you never say anything, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the communication. All of these are elements that go under the umbrella of making someone feel good. I don't see how we get around that. I mean, we have had cases, Bob, where people had wonderful service and wonderful products, but for some reason, they didn't feel good. And I know both of you have been baffled in the past when you go, why did that person give us a bad review? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're scratching your head somewhere along the line. Just for some freaking reason, they don't feel good. And that is the art, is trying to find out why they don't feel good. And why, who did it? And even if they didn't mean to do it. Do you know that I have looked at enough transactions that I can tell you in some cases there is a negative trigger produced by someone who reminds them of someone in their past. Do you understand that's how deep it can go with consumer problems?
I don't doubt that at all, Tom.
It's amazing to me how, and again, you've heard me when I talk to your employees, Bob, about customer service and people. They're amazed at some of the things that can cause a problem. Because your guys, as most, are concentrated on what? On what they're doing, right? They want to be the best plumber, the best electrician.
Right. Correct.
But that is only the small part of it.
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll, if anybody in business has questions, we have additional lines at 303-MARTINO. But Leslie, we have not forgotten about you, about life insurance. We are getting our experts on because I don't want to give you just one empty answer. There are alternatives to whole life insurance. Whole life insurance in and of itself, I don't even like. April, as far as your dog bite goes, we were giving her John's number.
Oh, I didn't know that, Tom. Okay.
That's the one purpose I said. We would give his number, let her ask all of her free questions to John Fuller, and then we move on. So John Fuller's number is 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. Make sure she gets that. Now, then Alicia has a problem with auctions, Parker Auctions. Alicia, if you can sum up this, because we want to get working on it, if you could sum up this problem with Parker Auctions, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I want to be reimbursed for money lost.
How did you lose the money, dear? How did you lose the money?
Well, things were auctioned off at unheard of prices. They were started low, the bids were.
Yes.
For example, like...
Well, they were started low, but what? You were saying, did they go high?
They did not. It was...
Oh, wait a minute.
Really low.
Oh, wait. Were you selling things there?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. We'll come back to you. So she's upset because they went artificially low. We'll talk about that and more coming right up. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Pro Auto Care is your car nanny. Pro Auto Care. It's 303proauto.com. 303proauto.com. 2 locations, Evans and I-25, Bowles and Santa Fe. They are your car nannies. Listen to this one. In between all repairs and service, free roadside assistance, plus they text you whenever your car needs anything. Your car nannies, 303proauto.com.
I look at some of that, but you don't know the kind of shape it is. Sponsored by Lowe's.
Mark, why are we doing 2 of the show?
Of what?
Budget? I just think
They shouldn't be to a show.
every day I have to.
And I have to talk to what's-her-face again. They're not supposed
Describe the second budget. It's not supposed to be there.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Every day.
It's
And that's
3,
wasting money.
It's 3 or 4 a week, and they're 1 a day.
Now, Bob,
You can give us yours.
sometimes you're not on the line. It's somebody you got to talk to your rep. You never have to. Because when you have a good deal, I even bring it up again. Okay, in the wind you're not on, that's fine too. You don't want to be on certain days. But you got to not be on too.
You got to not be on? Oh, got it.
Unless there's something extraordinary going on that you want to really pound or something that introduces you to the market.
Okay.
And these are the trucks. This is the truck there, just let you know.
Yeah, but that part doesn't make sense.
The 2000.
Then how come she didn't just start out saying, hey, they auctioned off a pickup that they weren't supposed to?
I don't want you wasting money.
So we just better off spreading out over every day.
You can only tell people so much when it comes up. Here, she's totally flabbergasted. She doesn't say, how do you sum up the falls within my. So she didn't even tell me that she thought the stuff was too low. She just told me about the pickup.
It's a very safe and
Is she saying it was too low?
No, the pickup wasn't even supposed to be sold.
It's
It was her friend's pickup.
I don't think you are Monday through Friday, but
I'm serious. And look what it sold. They had to pay $600 to get it back. It sold for $325. You tell me a Dodge pickup, a 2002, unless it's just
maybe it's
selling
Monday,
for
Tuesday,
$325.
Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, but there was people out there bidding on good stuff, too.
I'll tell you what.
Look at here. You have 6-round Baylor grass. This is grass, it sold for $200. I bet you anywhere else it goes for $200 a bale.
I don't know. Oh, man, I would have went down and talked more.
Sure.
The first one, I could have used that.
I'll bet you that they didn't advertise, and that's why they shoot.
Really,
That's the whole thing about auctions. You got to get people there, right?
Yeah, but does that mean they did anything
I don't know.
She should have said a, what do you call it, a bottom.
Absolute, right, I know what you mean. Right. Reserve.
Well, yeah, we have a media buyer. The media buyer.
See, here's where consumers get crazy. So they send this to the auctioneer, which is fine, and that's a real thing, which I assume it is. But in her first sentence, her main problem is she was publicly humiliated.
We are because she
by the whole group. So right there, plus it's 3 pages long. You look at it, you got to keep it short and concise.
60, 80, $100 million service companies.
So I look at, you're just looking at these here. It's crazy. Yamaha dirt bikes
when we
for
started
$1,750.
We did see
what year were they?
Increase in
It doesn't say, it says dirt bikes, plural.
Well, it started with.
But this is the auctioneer, and he made it a cash auction.
Are you talking about the auction hall?
She does.
I've never heard of a cash auction. I've never heard of that.
Well, that just means,
it's got to be certified.
She doesn't actually do the commercial production, she coordinates all the funds.
And most auctions are that way, man.
Certified funds, but you do it in the name
I'm
of
not
right.
ever going to try to talk
The way why did she say he changed it to a
What I'm
cash
going to say is
option?
this. I
But
almost,
those are good things to bring, for me to bring to them to their attention.
I almost never see,
Well,
ever,
if we went to this
out
auction
of state.
stuff, we could pick
It's got to be a market savvy agent, because what works here doesn't work there, what works there doesn't work here. It has to be market specific, and there is no way someone sitting in New York or Oklahoma City or LA can know every market. What they do is say, oh, this worked for ABC. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Here's a baler for $1,300.
It's got to be market specific. And
Granny,
video,
here's two tractors.
Here's the terrible secret in business now. Video production, TV production.
There were many factors on September 1st that made it one of the worst
No
days
more
of my
buy
life.
lunches,
I agree.
get the director, get camera people, and spend thousands. And if you're spending more than $2,000 per TV
Not that, what do they pay an auction
then
unit?
you're getting ripped
10%,
off.
15%?
I'm talking about production. I'm telling you, because of technology and creativity, it's all over. I mean, you got kids doing YouTube that could win a Pulitzer.
Yeah, but the guys that, the ones that are doing those things are commercials look cheesy.
No, not really, not really.
Tom, I texted and called Keanu tonight.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, artofgranite.net. Take down the website, look up his number. You will never, ever be disappointed with Mitch Floria. Now listen, I like Mitch because he only charges for fabrication and installation by the square foot. That's it. Doesn't charge for tearing out and hauling away. Doesn't charge for the countertop material other than his cost. Do you get that? So he's a direct stone importer. His cost on material, then he tears out and hauls away free, does the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. Call him and you can get a price on the phone. And then you'll pick out the particulars. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. artofgranite.net. Okay, so let's keep going. Leslie, we tried to get a hold of Joe Keanu, Become the Banker, and I'll tell you why. I'm just going to be straight. I am not telling you to buy that, and it's the best alternative for insurance. I'm telling you it's one of your alternatives. If your goal is life insurance, then you have to ask why. Is it to protect your children, your spouse, your business, your key men? What is your goal? We have to look at that first. What is the goal for your life insurance?
The goal is to have money for me in case my husband dies, or if both of us die, then things will be covered, although we only owe for our house, and that's it.
You don't have any kids to worry about?
No.
How old are you? How old are you?
We'll be 67 and 68 this year.
Okay, then I'm going to tell you what I think I would do in your situation. I would not get term because I think level term might be too expensive, but I would definitely shop it. And if term turns out to be okay, you can do a first to die term where you pay for one policy. Or did you ever hear that term, first to die?
No.
Okay, that's one alternative. So you write that down. Term insurance, first to die. You buy one policy. First to die pays, policy's gone. Now, term is all contingent on price. There's no investment, there's no dividend, there's no cash value. You are leasing the privilege of having insurance, period. Okay? So, you evaluate it by price. If company A says we're a better company and company B says we're less expensive, go with company B who's less expensive. You don't need a great company for life insurance. You need a licensed life insurance company with at least an A or B rating, and that's it. You know, this stupidity stuff about you got to have the AAA and all that. Listen, it's life insurance, it's term. It's no big deal. Obviously, you don't want to waste your money, but there are hardly any companies out there, literally, that take your money and disappear. So if you get a good agent and a good product, you can compare term at 67 first to die. The next alternative, which would be another good thing, is a paid-up whole life policy. Paid up. Don't screw around with premiums. Pay it up, one lump sum, you're done. You can do that for each or for the first to die or however you want to do it. Now, or you can do it for one who is older. You know, there's any number of ways of doing it. Why do I say paid up? With paid up, you pay less over time than over time, and it's done. It's done, done, done. And it accumulates some cash value that increases the life benefit, okay? It's not an investment. It's paid up life. Now, become the banker is another alternative, but I'm not sure it's something you want, but we can discuss it. It may not fit what you want. It's a conservative investment. It's safe. You make monthly payments or a lump sum. You can get a paid-up policy. It does grow tax-free as well, but there are some more benefits in case you want them. Hold on. I promise, Leslie, in less than 10 minutes, we'll have the whole thing done and discussed. If you're looking for a replacement,
you know the lady with the husband who died and the house burnt down?
Yeah.
Okay, she doesn't want to come on the air, so I just emailed her back. I said, look, David Salisbury is in tomorrow, so I said if it's okay with her, I'll send Tom the question via email, have Tom or David look at the document, and she can just listen to the show for the advice. I did, and I guess I should have.
But you're right, you should put it off for, what's the name tomorrow?
For tomorrow. And then, okay, fine if you want me to call the auction place, but tell me what to say, because I don't know a whole lot about the case yet.
I'll have just say this woman is,
this is the, let's see.
Say this woman is accused, is getting ready to come on the air.
Mark, we have somebody who wants to. What's that?
Here's the options.
Tom, can you just hold on a sec? Suzanne will be right there. Hold on. Yeah.
It's the Hunziker Estate Auction.
this woman is just throwing them under the bus like they stole from her, the auction one.
So what do I say though?
Did
She's
they?
accusing, is it the stuff that's circled?
She's
Accusing everything.
She's accusing that they sold stuff for too little, which is a weird one. And they sold stuff that wasn't supposed to be sold.
Okay.
Yeah, she's on.
You go on me a call, I'll call.
Alicia,
She might.
Yeah, but get them on.
Okay.
I have a feeling they'll come on.
Parker Auctions. You're going to get a number 4.
I'm surprised it's not right here.
Tell Alicia, you know, I didn't forget about her, but
Parker MC.
Parker and Company Auctioneers.
It was the worst day of her life.
I'll bet you it was.
It sounds like it. The auctioneer apparently was out laughing with some of the family members that were calling her a thief.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remember the lady that called with her problem with the auctioneer guy and she was sleeping with him? Remember that one?
Oh, I don't
remember the one that gave the woman a check for 25 cents?
No, yes.
I went out.
Yeah,
I
we went out for that one.
I confronted them during another estate auction in Franktown. Can you believe that shit?
And they weren't doing it just for, they were just taking all the proceeds.
There was like 20 people walking around this house. It was a, a death auction, whatever it's called, estate auction. And I walk up and I said, why'd you only give this lady a check? They literally mailed her a check for 25 cents. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. God, that was good.
And they said to him,
25.
Is that wrong?
25 cents. Oh, they should have just not even mailed it. They should have said, hey, it was a break even. But, I mean, it's almost like putting the salt on the wound. It's like instead of leaving no tip, you leave the nickel, you know?
Right.
I got so mad at one time at Maggiano's. It was like $160. This woman she was a absolute Trump hater. It was crazy. And she was, and we were just talking to the kids. This is before the election. And we're just sitting there. She just butts right in. It was the craziest thing ever. So I left her $1, and then I wrote on the credit card thing, I said, your $36, which was whatever 15%, I donated to the Trump
That's
campaign.
great. That's great. I like that.
God, I've never had a waitress come over and just interject directly into a conversation.
I'm surprised she didn't put that in social media.
We go to Maggiano's all the time. I've never seen her back. I haven't seen her.
She's probably.
I only saw her one time.
Well, she shouldn't do anything.
It was crazy. It was right out of the blue.
So did she say, I'm sorry, but I must say this or something?
No, she just came over and, he's the biggest jerk ever. I don't even remember.
What an idiot.
Oh, it was so fucked up.
I mean, whether she's right or not doesn't matter.
Right.
No, I mean, it was
Not
just
only that, they weren't like asking her, she butted in to a personal conversation, which you should never do.
When you're in customer service, you're dealing with customers, you got to stay neutral.
Oh, you have to.
Not only stay neutral, but you don't butt into a conversation.
Or,
that you are
when I used to work my counters at the Goodyear, if I had a store manager off and I was working a counter, I would always be more, I could pick up on what they wanted to talk about. And if they were, I mean, Trump, this is way before this, but if they were anti-this or anything else, I'm not saying I'd necessarily change my views, but I wouldn't. Right. I'm not going to suppress what they want to talk about, nor am I going to argue with them. I'm there to serve them at that point.
That's exactly right. You're there to serve them. And so if it's going down a path where you know that, hey, this is going to be...
You don't go there.
You take it in another direction.
You know, I usually have either Fox or CNN on the TV there. We have a big TV in all the stores. And if someone, you know, had something to say about someone up there or wanted to channel change, there's just no argument. I'm like, yeah, my opinion means nothing while I'm in that role.
Right.
Your sinks and cabinets, and that's a small markup from the manufacturer. Always wholesale on the counter material.
Of course, Suzanne got up and after I wrote that on the receipt and she was watching me, she had to leave the restaurant first. She's had to do that a lot over the years.
I can imagine.
Or if we eat family style there, they keep bringing the food. So like you eat all the veal, and then you say, oh, we need a little more veal, and they set it down. You go, oh, can I get that last plate to go? I love Maggiano's.
Yeah, I love Maggiano's.
It's so good. For the money, it is probably the best value.
Now, their butter cake's good, but not as good as the Maestros.
You got Hattie hooked on that.
In California, but it's good. Oh, it's good. It's good. The one in California called Maestros, or Mastros. I always say it's Mastros.
Good.
Oh my God, man.
Best Italian
But
restaurant
you know what?
is
They
Mama's
copied
Insurance.
Maggiano's, and so did California Pizza Kitchen. They're all catching on to this thing called butter cake. People are coming out with their own versions. What a great cake. I try to make a low-carb version because butter doesn't have any carbs. It's pretty easy to do.
You ever go to Mama Maloney's in New York by all the theaters? It's by Tavern on the Green.
No, but over there is Carmine's.
Carmine's.
That is a giant Maggiano's, 100 times better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Carmine's.
Wouldn't come on. He said there's other...
He won't come on, though?
Right. He said there's other things.
Did he laugh at you?
No. No. Sounded,
Did he sound
but
like...
I didn't even say which auction it was, and he knew it.
I had no idea there's an actual Colorado auctioneer.
Mark, you have to read my notes on these in-house spots because I made some alterations.
It's just Friday, though, right?
That's it. Yeah, but one of them you're going to have to do Friday.
Well, unless you didn't get the price you wanted for goods, you can set a reserve.
No, but she's saying they actually sold shit they weren't supposed to sell. It was an estate sale, and they stole her friend's truck.
Oh.
And they sold it for $325.
$325.
And she had to pay $600 to get it back. They didn't even have the keys.
They sold.
If you can, I'm feeling down.
I am your troubleshooter, Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. If you're looking to refinance or buy, they have several programs they use. Listen, they can close in 3 weeks or less. They have the pre-approval, which is like a cash deal. And then they also have credit optimization. They can give you hints and tips or do it for you on how to tweak your credit. It's legal and it's quick. For example, like pay down one balance here or transfer one balance over there. There's a reason for that. They know how the point system works, these algorithms, and they can get you better pricing. They also have, in addition to credit optimization, they also have an interest rate guarantee, which is unbelievable, like I told you. But what I really love is the cash deal, like a cash deal. It's pre-approval, and you get cash as soon as they have the title work. 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Okay, so Alicia and the auctions we're talking to, whole life I'm going to finish up with. So Leslie, as I said, 67 years old, and you're looking for something to protect yourselves, and I said, at this point in your life insurance should be, if it's just you two, no kids, you just want to protect each other, you can do a term first to die based on price alone. make sure you get the best value there. Don't just pay way too much. And try to get it what's called level term, meaning that it won't go up. So level term first to die. The other one is a paid-up whole life insurance. But I would rather have a mutual company where you're part of the company and it pays dividends and interest guaranteed, and you just pay it up and there, it's done. Another type is this become the banker. Now, I think there's no harm to it, although you probably won't use all of its benefits. This is where you establish a whole life insurance. You can pay it up if you want, or you can pay monthly. Now, on the ones that are not become the banker, if you find a really good deal, pay it up. Don't have those payments if you can. Now, with become the banker, if you have a lump sum, you can pay it up. If not, you can make monthly payments. Here's the benefit about that particular policy. It allows you to make additional payments into the policy by way of interest payments, meaning you borrow that money from yourself, and instead of paying a credit card 21% interest, you would pay yourself that 21%. Now, 4% of that is to the insurance company for the loan, but the extra money goes to your cash account. That account grows tax-free. Then later in life, you and your husband, if he dies, you can take the life benefit. If you die, he can take the life benefit depending on who has the policy. But here's the best part of it. You can also borrow from it in your older age to supplement your monthly income. And you never pay tax on that borrowed money because they are policy loans. And you never pay them back. And when you die, the life proceeds pay them off. So there are three options. Your term.
Can I ask you?
Yes, your whole life paid up, or become the banker. What are your questions?
How would Roth IRA fix in? How would that fit in there? Is that an option?
Well, it's a great option for college. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, the money would you don't get a deduction for doing it, and it does grow tax-free, but you're going to be taxed when you take it out because it's not going to be for college unless you plan on going to school later on. You're 67. I don't know. You might. But I'm saying Roth would be like one of the worst things you could do at your age.
Oh, I thought it was tax-free irregardless of whether I didn't
Wait a minute. Am I wrong about Roth?
You're not thinking about Roth.
I'm wrong about Roth. I was quoting the other one, the 429 or something, the college one. I'm sorry about that. You're right. There is a Roth. You don't deduct it going in. It grows tax-free, and you get to pull it out. But if you're already at retirement age, Mark, how would that work? I don't even know. We got to ask them.
I don't know, but the other thing with
Wait a minute, I never thought of that.
You can only put like $15,500 a year in.
No, you're right, but I just thought of something. If you are at retirement age, that might be cool. So what if it's only 15? You do it in addition to other things. What if you put 15 away, and it's like a line of credit? You can use it anytime you want.
They both could, so that's really 31.
Yeah, 31 grand that grows tax-free. It's like having a bank account. And are there any penalties for drawing it out at a certain age? I need to ask someone specifically about a Roth. Specifically, who do we have?
You want me to ask Eric Reinemer?
No, I want to ask.
No, he'd know. Eric would know for sure.
I want to ask our other guys who are financial advisors. They specifically know about Roth.
Oh, yeah.
APO Financial. Specifically, Eric knows about it and the tax bennies and all that, but as far as the actual investment, they don't call themselves investment advisors at Atlas. They're business advisors for, succeeding your business, selling your business, and taxes and all of that.
Yeah,
and structuring. APO Financial would be the one I asked. So Leslie, that is a good question, by the way. Thank you for bringing it up. We will investigate the Roth when you're already at retirement age. What a cool idea that could be. Mark, I didn't think about that. I might do that. I mean, would it be possible to keep a Roth open that always grows tax-free?
You couldn't
draw from it when you want?
You couldn't put money in.
Not at all?
No, not into a Roth.
It phases out.
No, it's not the phase out. It's the income. Over a certain income, you can't put any money in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you make over $120,000 a year, and it's an independent IRA Roth, you cannot.
Not a dime.
Nope. You have to use a traditional.
Okay. So Alicia, let's talk about Parker Auctions now. So you're telling me that you think they have artificially made the prices low. Do you think they're in collusion with people who are bidding?
Absolutely, I do.
But wouldn't that be dangerous? Because think about this. Anyone can simply bid against them if it's artificially low. That's why auctions almost always kind of guarantee some kind of market.
And the bid cards right
I don't mean in writing they guarantee.
There's multiple people. I mean, what she's saying is 20, 30, 40 people would have to be involved.
Is that what you're saying, Alicia? That all their friends come there and then they rip off the sellers?
Other auctioneers, yeah. I also have an issue with items being sold that wasn't for sale.
Well, okay, that's totally different.
But then they charged her to get it back.
No,
they actually sold one of her friend's trucks. It wasn't supposed to be sold.
Why was it there? Was it parked there?
I have no idea, but...
I think we ought to know that. You go and park at an auction, they sell your truck? I mean, Alicia, how was your friend's truck sold?
It was discussed about me getting permission to sell it first.
Yeah. What was it doing there to be? What was it doing there to begin with? That's the basic question. You brought it there thinking you may want to sell it.
No, a friend of mine, he had been storing it out here.
Okay.
The front end of it is wrecked.
No, I got you. He was storing it, and then you said, "I'm going to see if my friend will sell it."
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
and then what?
If he wants to.
Right.
And
then he sold it.
Yeah, even though he knew that I didn't have permission to sell it.
But was it on your list? I mean, you have to sign.
No. I didn't sign anything.
Hold on. These guys literally sold a truck that you brought there, or excuse me, that was being stored there, because you mentioned she may want to sell it.
Yes.
That is ridiculous. Now, Mark, you said after selling it, how much did they sell it for?
They sold it according to this. They sold it for what? $325.
Okay, then what?
Then they charged her $600 to buy it back, right?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I think is that correct?
That is correct.
Alicia, now here's what I think really happened. Maybe I'm wrong. Honest to God, I'll look into it. I think they sold it for $325, and you raised hell. Your friend raised hell and said you didn't have authority to sell it, so they took it back, and you got your $325 back. And then they wanted to be paid for storage. That's what I think really happened. Nobody in their right mind is going to sell something without authorization and then charge you double to get it back.
Dan talked to this guy. He didn't want to give much info.
Well, it doesn't matter. Dan, I think when we dissect this, Allison, did your friend pay for storage? Alicia, I'm sorry, Alicia?
No, he did not pay for storage.
And how long was the truck? How long was the truck there?
About 6 months.
Yeah. So now look at this deal again. It was there for 6 months.
No, but it was on her. It was on the estate property. This was like an estate.
It was on her property.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. It's not his property?
Yeah. No.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
Somebody kicks the bucket.
Okay.
She is the executor.
I get it.
She hires them.
Right. They can't charge for storage. Of course they can. I'm sorry. I thought when you said they were storing it, it was part of his yard or something. No, this is really sounding queer to me. It really.
Why did they say the $600?
The check that they had written out to the guy that had bought it says $325 for the pickup refund and $275 for expenses.
But here's the deal: if they sold it without authorization, they get the money back. They don't charge you that money. They get the money back. You don't have to buy it back. No. You got to sue this guy. The owner of the truck has to sue this guy. I don't even understand how this guy. It's called Parker Auctions. This moron. I just can't believe this moron exists. What is his name? What is this guy's name? That would actually.
Art Parker.
Art Parker. His last name is Parker.
Yes.
That's why it's Parker Auctions, and I thought it was because he's in. Is he in Parker?
No.
What a freaking... Oh,
he's in Rifle. The guy sounds like a clown, man.
He's in Rifle, and he's Parker Auctions.
No, I'm sorry. I said Rifle because she wrote to the auctioneer board in Rifle.
Where is he from?
Maybe he sold a rifle he wasn't supposed to.
Where is...
and he wouldn't come on. I talked to him.
Where is the auction? Where is it, please? Is it on this planet? Let's start.
In Greeley.
In Greeley. Okay. Now it's starting to make sense. In Greeley. Okay.
But remember, he went out to her.
Greeley is the Arkansas of Colorado.
No, I'd have to. Well, no, Pueblo's more of the Chicago or the Detroit.
No, it's not Detroit or Chicago.
Oh, it's gangland up there these days.
Down there in Pueblo.
Down there, yeah.
In Pueblo.
Yeah.
So listen, Alicia, are you in Greeley as well, dear?
I am in Eaton.
Okay. Now listen. Does this guy? Who paid the $600?
He took it out of our part of the sale of personal items.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you a few things might make you unhappy. First, I don't think we can put together a case for collusion and artificially low prices. I think it's too much of a stretch. I really, honest to God, I really do. Aren't you allowed to put reserves on things?
We were not allowed to.
Okay. Well, then maybe you should have gone somewhere else. I can't put together a case for collusion, but I'll tell you what. Your friend, in my opinion, has a real issue with this guy selling a truck without authorization and then having the nerve to charge not only to get the truck back, but an additional $300. I mean, first of all, think about this. If he got the truck back, he had to pay the $325 back. But he had gotten that $325. So now he's even, right? But now he charges you that $325, so now he's up $325 again, and then charges you another $325. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, there is a small claims court. I don't see how he would win. But would you have this guy's number? Honest to God, Dan, we have to put the word out so people don't use him.
He wouldn't come on.
I don't care. What's his number? I want to give out his name, his number, so if people see it in an ad, they will avoid him. They will avoid him like herpes.
Maybe I can go out to the auction. Remember that?
Yeah, in Greeley. You did another guy, too, one time.
God, there had to be.
Jeffco Auctions. It was okay, Parker Auctions. Let's give out this information. And this guy, we need to put him on the Sleaze Brigade. And again, oh, my goodness. This is a story. Go ahead, give the number. Parker Auctions. Go ahead there, Dano. Deputy Dan, you handled it.
970-353-2061.
Now, if you see this ad anywhere, if you see it, or that number, 970-353-2061, or Parker Auctions, and what's his first name again? Art Parker.
She's got to stay focused, too, as she goes forward.
Well, she was hoping to somehow build a case for
the collusion.
It's not going to work. All right, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You heard me talking about that Become the Banker. If you want more information on it, becomethebanker.info, okay? Or, and there's a short video there. I won't go through the whole thing again, but she was looking for alternatives. Again, I always say it's not the only thing in your investment portfolio, but it's a pretty good one. Becomethebanker.info will get you information on the next seminar. And then, of course, if you want a personal one-to-one, it's 303-779-6600. Or if you're out of state, they can do a webinar with just you and them. Yeah, they can hook you up to the screen and let you see everything. 303-779-6600.
See what the guy has to say. Then we'll call Lance. See what the hell's going on.
This is wrong, man. This thing with you just see this prices on the stuff is
really low.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, but we don't know the condition.
You're right.
Maybe he's just bad at what he does.
He was pissed off at
Mark, give some of the prices. Or Dan, give some of the prices.
Yeah, put them on. I mean, we'll handle it like we handle anything.
Who is it?
And then let's call Lance up and see what the hell's going on. What did he even have done? What happened? Water damage?
Dirt bikes. It says multiple Yamaha dirt bikes, $17.50.
What? $17 for a dirt bike?
Yeah. Like I say, we don't know at the feed bunks, crib, pack saddle, $50.
Wow.
Fraser saddle, $20.
Oh, any saddle. How can
side saddle, $35.
All projects have a starting point.
There's something wrong.
Another saddle, $20.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Radial arm saw, $2.50.
Would be a great scheme, though.
Look up his, call him up, though, see if he wants to run right now.
You just invite your buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll bet you there wasn't much advertising on it, but well, I don't know what the contract was.
You know, I'm not saying there wasn't collusion, but it would be very difficult to try.
There's too many people.
How many people were there?
Oh, God. I don't know.
But you know, an auctioneer, they start out
20
a
plus
ladder and stuff, and say it should go for $50 or whatever. They'll start it out at 15, he started out at $1.
If they don't have a reserve, I mean...
Okay, so our meeting has been accepted by our attorney. It will be at our office on Wednesday.
She said he wouldn't let them.
October 3rd at 2.
Well, that's what an auctioneer does, so.
What?
I've been at auctions and stuff, and they won't sell it if it's too low.
Right.
But they won't sell it if it's too low.
I was sitting there. There had to be 100+ people at this auction.
Right.
They're getting ready to. They're getting ready to auction off this new thing. Okay, this is something different.
It's amazing though how some businesses.
I'm talking to him on the phone, on speakerphone.
Sorry. What can we do?
Right before they start, I scream out so loud. Why did you rip off so-and-so to the auctioneer? And everybody's looking at me, and I'm screaming back to them, you took their money, you took everything.
If you're not sure
I had a company that wants to front all the costs
I mean, even if the client's being unreasonable
and reimburse us for what we spent thus far.
Most of the
For
I mean, you
no
you try to
recourse.
explain to them
If
that
we get nothing, they get
understand where you're coming from.
Why wouldn't we do that? How much do they want?
I think they want 33%. I'm sure. They haven't told me.
Let's ask him.
At the end of the day, we want to take
But
care
they
of
pay
you.
for everything.
What's it going to take?
Yeah,
It would be the same as having an attorney.
That's what I'm saying. But the problem with that is we're also paying an attorney.
No, they oh no, yeah, they front the cost, they front those costs. They know up to a certain amount. They front up to like $10,000.
Well, let's see what he thinks.
Well, he's going to say, well, no, he gets paid either way. But we've heard they're highway robbers. I mean, the amount of money we're borrowing.
Oh, it's outrageous.
It's not much at all for what they're getting. Maybe.
No, the risk factor.
But here's what I don't think. And they also say they have a vested interest in fighting it too, and can help us there because of the funding. So in other words, because they don't want to walk away empty-handed, but they're saying that we meet the criteria in that there's a better than likely. But let's say we only put together 20, 25, 30 grand.
Annual CEO form?
These guys get 30%.
The annual CEO form?
I don't even know where Tom is in his mind on the pie.
That's why I can't wait till
I'll probably be attending it.
I can't wait for that meeting. When are we doing it? Tomorrow or next week? I forget.
3rd. October 3rd. 2 o'clock here.
Where are you going?
I got an email on it.
You going to Cali?
Do you
Arizona?
think it's time well spent with it?
It's parents' weekend. We went out there before just to see him.
Yeah.
But we only saw him 3 times.
Parents'
Did you end up going of this?
But parents' weekend is there.
I did
see his classes.
Not a time because I
You know,
yours.
you were talking about Steph and
I had
Pepperdine.
a gentleman that had talked to me
Listen to
about
this,
behind
man.
the scenes.
So, Neil, one of the sales guys at KRDO, great guy. In fact, I like him probably more than he's aggressive. Pepperdine, and I want to say Yale. Think of what I just said and where he's at and what he's doing. It's absolutely the most mind-blowing thing ever.
Bright Light Chiropractic. If you're new to chiropractic, this is the best place. If you're a veteran of chiropractic, this is a great place. BrightenYourFamily.com. BrightenYourFamily.com. That is for targeted, gentle adjustments. The entire intake with digital x-rays and a scan and an examination and a consult is only $50, and adjustments are as low as $30. He's at University and County Line. If you're looking for a family chiropractor, this is it. BrightenYourFamily.com. Dr. Mike Hederscheit, 720-583-4506. 303-583-4506. I'm going to have a contest on spelling his last name. Dr. Hederscheit. Go on, take a stab at it. Go ahead. Go on. Bob Logan, Plumline. Take a stab at Hederscheit.
Hederscheit?
Yeah.
H-E-D-E-R.
Wrong.
S-C-H.
You don't even get close.
I-T.
Take a shot at it, Shane, with 0 red.
I said S-C-H, Mark.
H-E-A-D? Is that right?
No.
Just like it sounds, no?
Hederscheit.
H-E-D.
No. H-E-T-T-E-R.
Oh.
That's Heder. Scheit. S-C-H-E-I.
We need to work on your pronunciation.
Is their website Hederscheit.com?
Can you give that to me in a sentence?
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Hederscheit at Bright Light. Eric, you had a photo radar taken of you last night. Is that right?
No.
Oh, no. You were served.
Last night at 9 o'clock, I was personally served.
Yeah, and that you know what? They're doing more and more of those, Mark.
Was it Denver? Where was it, man?
It's Denver, and here's the rub. I've never received
I got
anything
served
else in the mail regarding it.
Oh, I got served from Denver, and I had gotten something in the mail. I threw it out, and so I took my chance that they wouldn't serve me, and they did. So, what's your case? First of all, they're going to say they did send it to you, but it doesn't matter because you have the same right to settle now as you do if they get sent it through the mail. So what difference does it make if you got a previous notice or not?
Well, according to this, I don't. According to this, now I owe $70 instead of $40.
Okay, so you're going to have to try to prove that it was never mailed to you. All they're going to say is it was. It's not even worth the battle. I mean, are you willing to? I'll bet you could go and make a deal to pay the original amount.
Yeah, I don't know. When
Did you do it?
Their photo radar number this morning to question ask this, the guy that I talked to basically said, "Well, you need to pay it." That's all he would tell me.
Well, you know what? They didn't say that to me. They took money off immediately for me for the service. Immediately.
Wow, but yours was weird because they tried to double charge you on the service.
So, Eric, I would say, first of all, I don't even think you want to pay the original amount, so what difference does it make? Why are we even talking about this? And I do think it was probably mailed to you. I do. I mean, they don't lie about that.
Either pay it or fight it.
Yeah, either pay it or fight it. I mean, that's the story. Listen, these photo radar things, they're going to be a way of life. That it's just going to be the way it is forever. Now, we're done with Alicia and we're done with Eric. I'll just say done and done just to help out here. Don, what's going on with you?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
I've got a contractor issue regarding getting the work done that he was hired to do according to the contract. We signed it back in middle of August.
Okay, mid-August, a contract. What kind of company?
It's a restoration reconstruction company.
Okay, and where is it located? Where are you located?
The company is located in the Springs.
Okay, so you signed in August a contract, and how much did you put any down?
Yes, I put 15 down.
Was it an insurance job?
Yes.
15,000 down, and then what?
And I was told by the end of September, the job would be done.
Okay.
So
where were you told? Was this told in the contract?
No, it wasn't written in the contract.
Was there any completion date in the contract?
No, it was not.
Was there any start date in the contract?
There was not.
Okay, so what has been done so far?
Nothing. No work done.
In 1 month. Okay, that's not shocking.
Month and a half, Tom.
Oh, a month and a half. Yeah, it's getting, I would be concerned for sure.
I missed the beginning. Was it hail damage?
Yeah, it was hail damage.
They got nailed down there, though.
Is it
they got nailed down there.
But why a restoration company for hail damage? Isn't this just a roof?
Well, they were on your list.
Yeah. Did you find them? Did you find them on my list?
Yes, I did.
The reason we ask, and by the way, it doesn't matter. We're going to help you anyway. The actual name and number that you used is not listed on our list. So it confused us.
The owner I know, and he owns Rocky Mountain Restoration, and he also owns other companies.
Right.
That's right.
And so, Don, it doesn't really matter, except it does matter to us because if we have the same guy and he runs multiple companies, I just want to make sure that that company wasn't advertised as being on the referral list. But there's one other thing. Even if it's not advertised as being on the referral list, if we have a guy, John Smith, who owns 3 companies, and one of them is on the referral list, and it does great work, and the other 2, I'm not saying it's happening here, but the other 2 rip people off, even if the one company on our referral list is doing a great job, I wouldn't want a guy like that on my list.
No, absolutely not.
If he had other companies that were ripping people off. So it really doesn't matter whether that particular company was on the list or not, but I'm just more curious than anything.
I know this guy. There's not going to be any issue. I don't know why it's taken 6 weeks to start.
But here's what I want to know, though, Don. We still truly are confused. The name of the company and the phone number you got does not exist on our referral list. So
well, that's what's on the business card. The business card
Okay,
says,
so you did not find them on the referral list?
Yes, I did. I found them under this company name of Restoration One.
Is that listed?
That's how I got it.
It's not on the referral list, Don. Listen, it doesn't matter as far as helping you, but I need, and it doesn't, and also for people listening, it doesn't, it matters to us in that even if it's not on the list, if it's an owner with a company on our list, we're going to take action. But hold on,
want to tell
Mark,
you what
I am
happened.
very upset right now because he is telling me.
But I just want to clear this part up. Rocky Mountain Restoration and Construction is on the referral list.
Yes.
He recently purchased a franchise of, what was it called?
Restoration One.
But,
Restoration
but it
One.
is not on the referral list.
Okay.
If Don physically with his eyes saw Restoration One under referralist.com, he's not telling us the truth or he's mistaking.
Okay.
I need to know.
Tom, I may have made a mistake because also on the contract it says Restoration Reconstruction.
Okay.
So I may have.
Okay. And again, I hate to waste your time. It doesn't really matter to the issue. Can I tell you why? Let me tell you why I care.
Okay.
Because I am suing a company right now that has used my name and referral list link. Literally the link, the name in the search result. So people would highlight Tom Martino's referral list. It didn't say someone else. It said Tom Martino's referral list. And when you move the mouse to it, it highlighted it and people would click it. Except it did not take them to Tom Martino's referral list. It took them to Home Advisor. And we have had several calls of people who said, Tom, so-and-so is not on your list. We knew there was a problem when someone called and said, Excel Roofing is not on your list. Well, I know they are. So we went and found out what was happening. These people were finding Tom Martino's referral list, clicking on it, and going to Home Advisor. If this has happened to anyone, you please let me know, because we have a vested interest in keeping our name pure. And I want to know if anyone has ever done that. You call us, please, or write to us. Help at troubleshooter.com or call us at 303-MARTINO. I'm serious, because it's very important to me that I uphold the integrity of my site. Now, I'm not telling you you're automatically going to get a bad company, but I'm saying it's not Tom Martino's referral list. When you click on it, make sure the URL says referralist.com. Now, Don, as far as you're concerned, we're going to call this guy immediately and get to the bottom of it. Hold on, all right? Meanwhile, we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I love unique companies. I love advertising for Denver Egress Window. Do you know why? Because they go in and rebuild those old ugly window wells with the rotted out corrugated steel, and they put in new windows if you need them. They will rebuild them. DenverEgressWindow.com. But they do something else. They can put in an egress window where there is none. They can literally put in a brand new one, punch through the foundation, and make a beautiful access, so your family is safe and has an escape route. Plus, here's the most important thing: it adds value to your actual home, because that square footage can now legally be appraised as living square footage because you have egress. So, also, they do walkout basements. You may say, what do you mean? That's not a big deal. Anybody does basements. No, I'm talking about a regular foundation. The whole house is around underground. They can put a pit, a big giant patio in there, and terrace it down and put in a walkout basement where one never existed. DenverEgressWindow.com. That's a singular. DenverEgressWindow.com. 720-626-4221.
Well, that's what they want to. They can't have a vote. Is this form at least what they know?
Look at these. This stuff doesn't look like junk.
Oh, is these the pictures?
Yeah, this is the bill.
Well, I mean, come on, that old camper.
No, I didn't even see this.
What'd that tractor go for? That's a nice one.
That's a 4020 John Deere. That went for $5,500.
Not bad.
That baler, that's a baler, I assume. That baler is on baler.
Look at that old tractor. That's pretty cool.
That went, 600, is that a Ford or? I don't see it.
I wonder which truck.
It wasn't on here because they didn't take a picture of it. They talked about that while he was there. So this is the bill, right? This is the auction bill. So they just take pictures of the best things, usually in an auction bill.
Yeah, say cash or check, that's all. Wholesale.
See, that's what she says. She says he switched it over to a cash-only auction. Is what she said.
Yeah, it just means no credit card.
She doesn't really. I think that.
The problem with auctions and credit cards.
Oh yeah, because you get charged for it.
Well, no. Imagine if it was a stolen credit card. Then what? Who pays?
What about a check? Of course, you got to get checks. I'm sure approved.
Yeah, or certified or. But my whole point is, you go to an auction, you use a stolen credit card, you leave with whatever. Now what?
Yeah, but you can do the same thing with a bad check.
No, but I'm saying that's fine. But who gets paid, who doesn't get paid is my whole point.
Sure.
You go S-H-I-T.
It said S-C-H.
No, you didn't. You did not. That was funny as hell. H-E-D-D-E-R-S-H-I-T. F-U-C-O. This guy we're talking about, this Rocky Mountain Restoration, he's a good guy. I like him. But anyhow, he was at the Vegas shooting, at the concert.
Oh, no.
Him and his wife were there when that guy opened fire with that bump stock thing. The story's incredible, man. He was in studio one time and told the whole story. I mean, they had a guy with a wheelchair. There was a couple parts with tents, like almost like bleachers you would see at a high school party, but then they were canopied over.
Okay.
So you can go under the bleachers, and then there's canopy. So they're like removable bleachers. And the section for wheelchairs was kind of in front of them. So, you know, they're trying to help this lady out with the wheelchair. He said the craziest part was, you honest to God didn't know if it was fireworks. You didn't know what, no one knew what was going on until, like, all of a sudden people started seeing people drop down with blood coming out.
What are you talking about?
That dude that owns that Rocky Mountain Construction, he was in studio with us. He was the guy that was at the Vegas shooting, at the concert.
That's right. Mandalay Bay.
Oh my God, he was right literally at the concert. Him and his wife ended up going under those bleachers and, you know, trying to crawl out of there. But he goes, the problem was you had no idea where the bullets were coming from. You could have been walking into the fire. No one thought that it was coming from way up top. They thought someone in the crowd.
The thing that's crazy to me on all of that, you don't really hear anything about that.
They never had a motive.
Never.
No motive.
They put the kibosh on that.
Why?
And
You're right. Why? No terrorism? Well, it's terrorism.
And they didn't
Look
bring
at
up,
it.
well, they didn't, the cops didn't come in until they were done shooting.
All those new videos were weird, man. Those Vegas cops
things in the
were.
woodpile there.
There was.
I think he worked for and with the government.
Oh, I don't think it's. I really think the conspiracies like that.
No. He didn't say that. He said he worked. But you don't think he was sent to do that?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't think our government sanctions killing.
Do you think we took down the towers?
I don't think our nation.
No, a lot of those. I don't think so on that.
No, but I don't think our government literally.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, why would they?
They don't have concerts. They don't like concerts.
No, push and move gun control further and more. And
yeah, people say that about Sandy Hook, and it's the most ridiculous thing.
Right.
That Alex.
But you don't know anything about
crazy,
social media or anything. Typically, right, in those shooting situations, you know what the dude ate for breakfast for the last 6 months.
Yeah, this guy was weird.
I think it was a poor investigation.
You remember, he owned a nice house. He had an airplane, if I recall.
He owned homes.
He was a pilot.
We didn't hear a lot about him. No, like we did the
He
Boston
got
bombers.
shut off.
We heard almost nothing about him.
I wonder why.
Zero motive.
Is he in jail?
No, he's dead. They might not have a motive.
When did they kill him? Oh no, he shot himself. That's right.
But there was a second guy that left too.
Apparently.
I'm Tom Martino. Crackerjack mudjacking will fix your concrete for pennies on the dollar compared to replacing it. Basically, it's this easy. Most failures in concrete come from voids in the soil. Crackerjack mudjacking, they pump mud or concrete and sand into the voids for a permanent solution. It does not leach into the environment like the plastics, and the plastics are not permanent. I've done research on this. Only this mud jacking is the permanent cure. Now, of course, if soil moves again, that's a different story, but that's the way it is for anything. So, crackerjack mud jacking, they can get into small spaces like basements and patios and under staircases because of their specialized equipment. 60,000 jobs of satisfied customers. They guarantee satisfaction, and it's crackerjack, like the candy. Crackerjack mudjacking.com. 303-410-7787. We have Zero Res with us today, and we also have Plumline Services with us. If you have questions on those, I have a couple emails I'll get to. Mike, go ahead, sir. What is your comment, sir?
Yeah, Tom, I noticed I'm on the referral list, and I noticed when I was doing Google AdWords and using keywords, when I used your Tom Martino referral list, it was the highest click for those your name, the keyword, the referral list.
Yeah.
And the second thing that I've noticed is on a smartphone, if I put in a request for a specific business, I don't care what it is, Google AdWords will pop up a number, but that number is not associated with my search. So when I call the company, I find out that I've called the wrong competitor.
Really?
And they get charged for that click, and then I have to go back into my phone and actually look for what I requested, and I've noticed it, and I've been getting tons of these.
So why do you think that's happening?
Because they're doing it on purpose, because you're looking for something specific, but that person might not be advertising with them.
I get you. Here's what I think. I think the competition is buying up the AdWords. And by the way, you know, I don't think, and I'm not talking legally, I don't think there's anything wrong with buying AdWords that are someone else's names or slogans. I don't think. It might be. But, for example, can Google sell to me, if I'm a carpet cleaner, can I go out, and my name of my company is ABC Carpet Cleaning, can I go out and buy Zero Res as
Most definitely can.
I can, as a search term.
Yep.
But, now, I'm not doubting my competition does that. But here's the problem I had. It wasn't just buying a search word. But what if, Shane, you saw Zero Res up in the search result, and it said Zero Res, no residue carpet cleaning, and then you highlighted it and clicked it, and it took you to a scrubber.
A different company. We just finished up a lawsuit and won judgment on that same situation where people were using our trademarked phrases and words.
Yeah.
And we won that.
And mine is trademarked.
Yep. And we just went through that lawsuit and won that.
Okay. And
so,
like Plumline,
right.
like Plumline Services. It's all right if people want to use, I don't know if it's all right, but so far it seems to be all right to buy AdWords, even if you buy your competition's AdWords. But if you see your name, your trademark, your name, copyright, trademark, whatever, and they click on your name and it goes somewhere else, would you be pissed off?
We have. In fact, we had two situations. One where it took us to a company in China, one where it took us to a company in India. What we couldn't figure out is what the motive was behind that, because they had nothing to do with plumbing, heating, cooling, or electrical.
That's weird.
And they never followed up asking for money or anything like that.
So if anybody's ever experienced it, please let us know. You can even email us, help@troubleshooter.com.
That
or
number
303 Martino. Yeah.
That number the guy was talking about, sometimes you've got a unique phone number that you track for Zero Res, right? Ours is 303-471-5150, but we can use a different number that when they call in, we know specifically the avenue that we're using in advertising.
A lot of people do that.
So I don't know if that's what that guy was talking about. It was a different number associated with the company.
Oh, yeah, but he said when he called the number that Google gave him, it was another company altogether. And I don't think it's Google doing it. I don't think they're artificially charging for clicks.
No. We had a bunch of calls and voicemails and emails at one point saying, hey, we keep going to the referral list and we can't find so-and-so.
Right, exactly. So anyway, Kelly, we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, and I'm going overtime again. But Kelly, you want to talk about intercepting a judgment. What does that mean?
Well, a guy that has frauded me, if when I get a judgment against him, I know that I was told by somebody who knows him that he has a bogus claim with USAA and Frank Azar, stating that he's really injured and apparently he's going to get a large judgment. So I was just curious.
Okay.
Is there a way for me at some point to figure out if I can get my money back through that way?
Yes. Hold on. I'll tell you a secret about pending lawsuits, pending judgments, and pending money and how you lay claim to them. Okay? 303-713-TALK. People, the show is all about information. So if you have any questions, give me a call, and now's the time to get in. Even if you have to put the phone down till after the news, which is not for a little while, but we can help you, okay? That's the difference with this show. You can also message us on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live at referrallist.com. If you put in these words, gocamsolar.com, it's a website, go, G-O, you know, like go there. Go, cam, C-A-M, gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter. It takes you to a special site where you can fill out information, no obligation, and no cost. Get a free analysis of what solar energy you can produce on your lot. It has special imaging software and all of that free of charge. Why would you do it? Just to see for the heck of it. Is it worth buying a solar system? Because Cam Solar sells them. No money out of pocket, low monthly payments. You're saving from day one. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Some construction clogging on I-70 West from Dahlia through York. It's stop and go there right now. Also slow 225 south between I-70 and Colfax. Taking a look at C-470 westbound, you're jammed up just a bit between Yosemite and Quebec. I-25 up and down the city is looking good. In the high country, you're down to about 15 miles an hour in spots on I-70 west between Copper and Vale because of construction. Your weather today, a few clouds out there, turning sunnier with a high of 72. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 49. Tomorrow, back up to 80.
Did Mark stay out of trouble?
I had a tour operator take my shoes.
No, you left them.
Same thing.
You left them
Did you use
on
a
the
shoe joke over
tour.
there?
I'm going to sue him.
Did you use a shoe joke over there?
Dude, they were brand new just like these. These just came by Amazon.
Last
Exactly
night.
like this. Less than a week old. And I called numerous times, and I couldn't get them back. They didn't have them.
He does not like
We
flip
could not
flops.
get APO Financial on.
No, but I got him scheduled at least. They were
Cousin
on a
Maya
plane.
has my shoes.
Cousin
So you'll
Maya.
get him back on to talk.
Yeah.
So you never were able to get them?
No, I had to order new shoes.
Why do you not like flip-flops?
He can't walk straight in them. He likes Crocs and Crocs with
I love
socks
Crocs.
to be
Crocs is
precise.
Crocs. You
Yeah.
got to be comfortable. Yeah.
Crocs with socks. You should patent that.
It's a bad
.com.
Dr. Seuss book.
CrocsandSocks.com. Get it.
So, I bought him some flip-flop slides, and he didn't like them, so he'd wear his sneakers, but when we went out on the sand, he'd put his flip-flops on, and then he leaves his sneakers on the bus.
It's old like his phone.
Brand new.
Same thing happened to the phone. You should have called your sneakers.
By the way, qualifying for a Roth is not a simple number. You take your AGI, and then you subtract 189 if you're filing joint, or 120 if you're single. And then you divide the result
Jeez.
by
That got
15,000.
boring fast.
By 15,000 or merit or 10,000, depending on your status. And hold on, then you multiply the maximum contribution limit. I mean, this is ridiculous. Found in 3, and then subtract the result from maximum contribution limit before this deduction. The result is your reduced contribution limit.
Which is, basically, if you're over, I think, 150, it's going to be 0. I had to go back like 3-4 years ago. I didn't know any of that back then. And I literally just opened a Roth up at Ameritrade, maxed it out 2 years when my...
And you weren't supposed to.
Yeah, but because it's already taxed, there's no penalty. But I had to literally pull it all out, and I couldn't have it in there.
How about gains?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. My accountant did that. Mallory did all that. But Mallory looked at me and goes, "You just can't go open this shit up, man." And just start putting money in there.
Boy, wouldn't that be great if you could. But see, they would encourage people to save and to, I don't know, man. Why do they make these income limits? It's on investment.
Want to get their piece.
Now, if it's done through your employer, you don't have the income limit.
What do you mean?
We have a 401k.
And
I know that.
But you can do it either traditional or Roth.
Can you do both?
So normally I would not qualify to contribute to a Roth, but now I can because it's done through my employer.
Can you have a 401k and a Roth?
You can.
So I can establish a Roth. I work for my corporation, and then I can contribute your share.
But you can't own.
All I see is what you sent him.
It's probably dependent on how your corporation is set up, but.
Well, we can't do that right now as owners of that.
I'm a real employee. I mean, I pay unemployment tax.
You C
No, it's an S, but I have a real corp. I'm a real W-2.
Yeah, we're an S corp.
But if your 401k goes into Roth, they have to tax it prior to that.
What's that?
So they're going to have to tax that 401. If it goes right into a Roth, they're going to have to tax that.
Yeah, Roth you pay the taxes up front, and then the gains are non-taxed.
But I say 401k isn't the company deducts that.
I hate the new Gmail format now.
I'll ask when we get our.
I decide.
What has changed so much for you guys? I heard you mentioning it. All I see is a different look.
TheHormoneBros.com if you're looking to optimize your hormones, BioT, estrogen, thyroid. If you need help with nutrition, Juvederm, Botox. These guys revitalize health. 3 brothers running Revitalized Health. They're great people. You'll love the place. Revitalized Health. And to find them, TheHormoneBros.com. And that's where you can get BioT, 720-361-2302, or other therapies for age fighting.
We got to figure out what they charge for that test. They had that test done in 15 minutes.
For your blood to see what your testosterone is and estrogen? Right?
Yeah, what do you think they charge for that? I mean, anybody can go down there and get it.
We should call them. I know, and then you know if you need it. 720-361-2302, hormonebros.com, or you can use the hormonebros.com. So Kelly wants to know about intercepting a judgment. What she means is, she says, I have money owed to me, and I want to intercept. You can only do that if you have a judgment, and it's already been adjudicated. In other words, you can't lien something without a judgment unless it's a mechanics lien, and mechanics liens you can't do an interception. For example, a mechanics lien can only be filed on the subject property, period. And that's it. That's the only time a lien is allowed without proof. You prove yourself when you try to perfect the lien. So, this is money owed for what, Kelly?
For taking money to do construction work and then abandoning the job.
Okay, so did you get a judgment?
Well, I'm in the process of doing that.
Once you get a judgment, even if it's a default judgment, you can lien anything of value or of potential value.
Mm-hmm.
So what you would do, there's a process using an attorney, I don't know the process, to put a lien on a lawsuit. I don't know how you do it. I know they do it because there are people, for example, that loan money to people to sue people. And the deal is, hey, if you win, I want my money back and then some. And if you lose, you know, you only owe me half or you don't owe me anything, whatever. But in order to accomplish this, they have to put a lien on the lawsuit. Some attorneys put liens on divorces. If they're representing a spouse and this spouse has a rich spouse, this spouse that they're representing doesn't have a lot of money. So the lawyer may go ahead and put a lien on the lawsuit to get paid in the future out of proceeds their poorer spouse may get. So an attorney can do that for you. But you asked, is there a way? Yes, there is. From what I've seen, there is a way. You can also lien anything the guy owns. Does he own vehicles?
Right, I think he does.
Okay, vehicles. And once you get a judgment, if he changes ownership of anything, it's considered a fraudulent conveyance.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
Yes. So that's good. So you better get your judgment as soon as possible.
Hey, Rocky Mountain Construction.
Cindy, hold on. Cindy, yes, go ahead.
So Lance, he just emailed us.
Yeah.
And basically says he's having his guy reach out to him right now. And basically, if he wants, he'll refund him by Friday. But
okay,
the bottom line is
know.
it's only been 6 weeks. It's a hailstorm, and it's custom order on something.
Okay, that's good to know. Cindy, you want to give out some kudos or an on-air review, as we call it?
I do.
Who, what, when, where, how?
Well, we just got some new floors put in by Simply Floors.
Oh, cool.
And they did an incredible job. The guy that they sent over to install has been so professional and everything. And the floor is
I'm happy to hear that, because they pay their installers more than the average. And I'm glad did you have a good experience from beginning to end?
Absolutely.
What kind of floor did you get?
Appointment. We got the luxury vinyl.
I love it.
Plank.
Luxury vinyl tile planks. We're running out of time, but simplyfloorsinc.com is where you can get all of your selection and make appointments. They're at 52nd and Ward. You know, so many people call me when they're injured.
That's good to hear. John Fuller has seen all kinds of cases on personal injury, and he can give you an honest
Mark,
assessment of that case. I would like to fool around about the other side. We'll do is try to touch your memory.
135 is zero. This guy emailed something. IRS says you make over 135, you can't put shit into a Roth. It's even less than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was 120, so they must have moved it up a little bit.
Yeah, it says 120 to 135, a reduced amount.
Okay.
135 and above, zip.
But again, that's an independent IRA. If it's employer sponsored,
yeah,
then you can.
I'll tell you what's great for us is the
Which again, that's idiotic, right? Why? Because my employer offers it. I'm able to contribute to a Roth, but you're not because you're independent. That's retarded.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. I don't even question a lot of those. The SEP, though, we can do, each company we own, we can do, I think,
That's what I didn't know,
55,000.
Mark. That's one thing I haven't been doing, I think, on each company.
55 grand.
What is 55? I can put away.
Yeah, on a qualified company. I don't know.
What is a company?
All mine are.
Is lead bin?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I own that with you, right?
Yep.
What else do I own with you? Other stuff.
Consumers First.
Yes. But that's not, if you don't have income, you can't. You don't have income.
I don't even know if that matters. I don't know if that matters.
Well, we need to talk. Can we make a note about it? We got to talk about it.
Mallory would know all this stuff.
We need to actually ask, because I need to bring up these issues.
I think Kramer Advertising needs to know too.
So why?
You should have a SEP. Yours is perfect for a SEP.
Oh.
So why are you concerned? Why do you want to be contributing to an IRA?
Just to lower my income. My AGI.
Yeah,
the less AGI, the less tax.
Like going into a SEP, you don't pay on that 55 grand.
Oh, you don't pay
taxes.
Really?
No.
So it's
it's
like an IRA.
It is an IRA.
So, right. So you pay tax on the
qualified retirement.
but you pay tax on the way out.
What else?
After, well, is it after a certain age you don't have to pay tax on the way out?
Take it out.
You always pay. Except
that's my
for
you're
and that's why
you're assuming you're going to be in a lower tax bracket once you stop earning income, and the chances are you're not, unless you really don't take anything out.
What are you talking about?
So you'll save on taxes now.
Yeah.
But when you start withdrawing, you're going to pay taxes on that money.
Yeah, but you're forgetting that money's accumulating money year over year too if you're investing it right.
Correctly, but that was my point. Why an IRA? Why not just invest it in stocks like you guys are doing anyway?
Because you're not paying taxes on it. I don't understand what you're saying.
Because the only advantage to an IRA is
you're not paying
taxes today.
That's right.
You will pay taxes down the road, though.
Correct.
Now, in most people's
but
cases,
as it's growing, hopefully that
case,
covers the taxes you'd be paying on that.
Maybe.
It's no matter how you look at it, it's a benefit. You're not paying taxes today. When you do take it as ordinary income coming out, yes, you do pay taxes on it. But hopefully the growth you had in that over the years, you know, is way more than what those taxes would have been. The benefit is you get to put that full amount in and not pay taxes on it. I mean, really, that's the benefit.
Whereas if you invested money just right now on your own,
or a Roth, you pay
tax.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Right, so that's what a Roth is.
Yeah,
that's what a Roth is, but this is, like say, this is the set.
That's why Roth's so hard to contribute to, though. I mean, if you make any money, you can't put shit in a Roth. The one thing I'd say why I think a Roth is good for a lot of people is if they ever had to dip into it, your penalties are nothing like they would be on something that was pre-tax because you already paid taxes on it. You know what I'm saying? I heard, like, if people borrow from their 401k, they get, 90 days, 120 to pay it back, whatever it is. And if they don't pay it back, they end up paying, like, 50% of it.
Well, it's your personal income tax plus 10%. So it's a 10% penalty.
Yeah, that's right. So it could be 33 plus 10. It could be 43%.
Right.
Wow.
This offer ends in September, so don't wait. Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement.
But again, keep in mind that 33%, they already, it's really a 10% penalty to that 33%.
You would have paid.
You would have paid.
Well, here's the other thing that helps. So you talk about like the 50, go back to the same conversation. So I'll just use round numbers. Let's say, I think right now 350 or 400 is the top tax bracket, 420, whatever it is. So let's say you make 420, but you can put 55,000 or whatever you can contribute brings you to the lower tax bracket.
Right, that's what Tom was saying.
So that's a huge benefit.
So it's a huge benefit right there. And again, in most people's cases, they're going to be in a lower tax bracket when they retire.
Yeah.
So they save on paying 33% today, and down the road when they retire,
Pay less.
They're paying less. Now,
but really the whole goal though is you're making money.
The whole other stratosphere. So,
but the whole thing is you're making.
Right.
Really, you're making
what
money.
you're saying. You're making money on the non-taxable income.
Yeah. So like we did on this
and
one
I don't know how that
building.
works. So do you just pay capital gains on that?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah. Or ordinary income, which is.
But if you're paying
now,
then you will be.
It's going to be ordinary income in that.
Hi, Tom Martino here. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Give us a call at 303-713-TALK, and you can most assuredly get in right now. We have a couple lines open, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran is there for you. There's something in the business called listing whores. These are people who, excuse the expression, but they gather yard signs, they sign up people, they lie to them, they say, we can sell your house for 600, 700. Other people are only telling them 400. They sign up with the guys who tickle their ears. Yeah, we'll sell that house, we'll do it. And then they gather yard signs hoping that other people do the work, meaning they drive by, see the sign, call on it, and then they're yard sign whores. So, here's the deal, listing whores. But the bottom line is Frank Duran works his listings. He sells most of his own listings. He also can sell quicker and for more money than the average, and he has stats to prove it. He doesn't just sit on it. Frank Duran works for you. In fact, he doesn't hold you to a long-term contract ever. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Suzanne, she wants to talk about the donotcall.gov website. Hello, what's happening, dear? What's going on?
Hi, Con. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. What's going on with calling, man? You know what? I have given up trying to get people to stop calling me. What I do now, I truly have given up. I simply never answer unless the number is in my contacts. And like today, where a car's in for service, and I'm expecting to hear from the dealer, I enter it into my contacts. Even if it's only for one time, I put it under a miscellaneous category and then delete it if I'm never going to use it again. Because it's almost impossible to manage this. What about you?
So on the website, you can do a couple things. One, you can check when you actually entered your number on the Do Not Call list.
Okay, I'm doing that right now. Okay.
The other is you can file complaints about a particular phone number that keeps harassing you. But in the description, they say when you join the Do Not Call list, you got to give them like 30 days to get, their records updated. Or if you are getting calls and you tell them, take my name off the list, stop calling, they don't specify if they get 30 days for that. And I wondered if you or your listeners knew the answer.
Well, what's the actual question, though? You were hazy on the actual question.
I wanted to know if you're telling a merchant, stop calling me.
Do they have, yeah.
September 1st.
Right.
They need to do that immediately.
Right. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like, when does it actually take effect? I have absolutely no idea, but I'm going to find out. I would say that, I mean, as everyone always says, a reasonable amount of time. I mean, what do you think? I mean, let's put it this way. If they're still calling you 30 days later, there's a problem.
Yeah, but here's the situation. I've been getting dealer services calls, you know, for the last year.
Yeah.
On a car that we don't even own. I told them we don't own it.
Right.
And so I can't do an extended warranty on a car I don't own. And yet I keep getting calls. Well, I finally found this website and filed a complaint.
You mean the donotcall.gov?
Correct.
And what happened?
Registered their number, filed a complaint, you know, haven't heard anything back. But it seems like since the day I filed that complaint, now they call daily. And that's why I'm wondering if they actually get 30 days or, you know, if you have...
I don't even
here it is. Hold on.
I don't think they care.
I already did it. I just signed up. And here's what it says. Upon notification, most telemarketers will be... I don't know why they say most. I think it's because some get excluded from this law, and they're those ones you have previous relationships, or you have the political thing.
Or they're outside of the country and don't care about our list.
You're right, of course. It says most telemarketers will be required to stop calling you within 31 days.
Right,
so,
but it also says if you specifically ask a company to stop calling you, it says, however, if you ask the company not to call again, it must honor your request, record the date of your...
I would say, why wouldn't it be the same 31 days?
I just wondered.
I don't see it listed, so what I'm saying is they feel it's reasonable for 31 days.
I get calls from that same one they're talking about,
but
I'm telling you,
do you know why they're doing it that way?
They're not going to stop.
Do you know why they're doing it that way, Susan? I'll tell you why. Because the only exception to these do not calls are people you have a pre-existing relationship with. Now, but you're saying you don't. But still, let's say you don't have a pre-existing relationship, and you say, well, wait a minute, I don't have this car. And they say, well, would you be interested in blah, blah, blah? It's a way in without violating the law. Now, you're saying, but they are violating the law because they're lying. But it doesn't seem egregious because they're saying, oh, we must have got a VIN number wrong, or we must have gotten something wrong. And so they are going to say, even though Susan is on a do not call list, they thought they had a pre-existing business relationship. That's the only reason they do it that way, because it'll look to the government like they made a mistake, that they did not egregiously call someone on the do not call list. Again, as Mark said, what difference does it make? Because they don't care. People are doing it anyway. The do not call list only, it's like gun control.
It makes you feel good.
Gun control only controls guns for those who follow the law. I mean, not for outlaws.
That's a good analogy,
well,
actually.
Yeah, I mean, but it does if you think about it. It's not for outlaws. So, Paul, what is your suggestion?
Hey, Tom, I'm using an app on my phone called RoboKiller.
And how does it work?
You pay a monthly subscription, I think, at $2.99 a month, and it works damn good.
$2.99. And how does it kill? Like, is it all unsolicited? I mean, excuse me, all solicitors or what?
I don't know, Tom, but I haven't had a solicitation call in about 4 months since I started using it. I don't know how it knows, but it works.
It's called RoboKiller?
RoboKiller. There's another one called Numbo, N-U-M-B-O.
That's pretty cool. I'm going to look up RoboKiller.
Yeah, it says RoboKiller automatically blocks over 200,000 telemarketers and robocalls from ringing, even the ones that are being spoofed.
Hey, Tom,
yes.
I got an interesting comment on Facebook from Shane White. He said after I did the do not call website, the calls increased tenfold.
I don't think that happens on purpose. That's what people think because it's a verified number. But I don't think the government would knowingly do that. Shane, I want to talk about zero res. Someone wants to know, if you don't have any res, what are you using to clean? I know we've gone over it before, and please don't get technical. I'm asking that. The email did not ask that.
Okay, sounds good.
It's water.
We use powered water. It's electrolyzed oxidative water.
Okay.
That we're able to break down dirt, soils, and oils, bind to them, and remove them off the surface or out of the carpet.
Chemically alter the water?
We physically alter the water. It's not a chemical change.
So a physical alteration of water, for those listening, would be like if you boiled water, it would be now hot water. That's an alteration, a physical alteration. What kind of physical alteration do you do?
So it's an electrolysis
more than
process.
Heating it. You don't
That's
heat
right.
it?
No.
Okay.
Well, when we're cleaning the carpets, yes, but that's that's post creating the powered water.
So what do you do to create it?
We run it through an electrolysis process. We add a saline solution to that, and we change the molecular structure of that water and add a
But
negative.
the salt doesn't stay in there.
No, it does not. And so we're able to create, the technology's around. Electrolyzed oxidative water has been around for a long time.
What has it been used for in the past?
You can use it to kill any bacteria on vegetables and fruits.
But other than zero res, where is it used? In industry?
It is in a lot of chicken industry, manufacturing plants.
Now, why wasn't it used for cleaning before this?
Because we're geniuses.
No,
Tom.
seriously.
That's why.
We
applied it to it.
Can it be used for dry cleaning clothes? Or, not dry cleaning, but for cleaning clothes?
You could.
I mean, I wonder if you had, let's say, a little generator that made this kind of empowered water at your washing machine. I'm just curious.
You certainly could, and people do.
Do you ever put it in a bottle and use it?
We can put it in bottles, and you can use it to wash windows. You can use it to wash clothes.
How long does it stay in that altered state?
The shelf life for our electrolyzed or powered water, it could last several weeks.
So you couldn't retail it, really?
Well, we can sell it to our customers for them to use in their homes.
In a store, would it be difficult? Okay.
I don't see that application for that.
There's no shelf life.
No, but if you think about it, it's a cool idea. I mean, it alters water.
I think what you said on the washing machine, imagine a washing machine that has that built in.
I know, you never use detergent.
People have the systems that you can put outside that feed into a washing machine or add a sink to wash dishes and all that.
Do you have to have, in order to make this water, do you add anything? Do you have to add something you buy? Just the salt?
Yeah. Now we're adding soda ash to ours and not even salt anymore.
What is soda ash?
I couldn't tell you exactly what it is.
But it helps you alter the water. Huh? But to be clear, that stuff is not used on the carpet then, the ash or the salt.
No.
He claims you can drink it as well.
You can.
Yeah.
You most certainly can. We don't.
Yeah, Jay.
After we use it.
Jay, you have some experience with robocalls.
Yes, sir. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you, man.
Yes, great show. I appreciate everything you do for everybody.
Well, tell me about this robo. What experience do you have?
So many. I've gotten the fake IRS calls. This is what I found. The legit companies will take you off the list. The unlegit companies will not. And there's an option. They'll say, press 3 to put you on our do not call list. So that just hangs the phone up automatically. And they call from local numbers. So I'm thinking, someone's calling me from around town, but it's really who knows from where. And it's happened, and it really started happening after I got married 2 years ago. Because we were, doing with vendors and contests and this and that, and they're selling all our info, and that's when I started getting all these crazy, from anything, your credit card debt to be lowered by these unlegit companies. They even told me they were my credit card company. I'm like, no, I don't think so. They're just scam artists, most of these. That's my experience.
All right, Jay, thank you. And that's exactly what it is. Scam, scam, scam. Let's talk. Bill wants to talk about adverse possession, and I'll talk about that coming right up. Adverse possession, what the heck is it? And does it, and can it get you property? The answer is yes. Terry wants to talk about mom's retirement. Terry, I just want to make sure we can't make a call ahead of time. Is this an expert we need to get? What is your question on the retirement part?
Oh, hi, Tom. How are you doing?
Yeah, just a question. We're going to try to find an expert or at least get ready for it. What is it?
Well, she's 80 years old, just recently retired.
Okay.
About $170K in a 401K account and about $120 in a savings account.
Okay.
And just wants to see if she can give it away to her sons.
Okay, or me. Hold on. I'm just kidding. We'll talk about that, okay? Genesis is the beginning of everything, right? That's why he picked the name Genesis TotalExteriors.com. He also does interiors when the weather starts getting bad. One thing you know, he's honest, and you can trust him, and he's on my referral list. Genesis TotalExteriors.com. Roof, gutters, siding, windows, decks, fences, railings, basements, kitchens, baths. You get the picture. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
This report is brought to you by Walgreens.
I don't think she said. I don't know.
I think, do you think she said 80?
Yeah, she's 80, but
and just
retired.
Okay, so the cancer patient. Suzanne, are you there?
Yeah, you see that one? I see that one.
Why?
They fired this teacher and stuff because she wouldn't give 50% credit for work that wasn't handed in. Teacher, grade school
Well,
teacher.
why should she get 50%
Right. Oh, exactly.
for work not handed in? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Because they thought about it. I thought about handing it in.
That's a good point. That's a great point, Mark.
No, seriously, it's
I have been fired for refusing to give you 50% for not handing in anything. Love, miss, whatever.
She sent that to her kids.
Fired for tough grading.
Oh, grading has really. All you got to do is have a parent that bitches. You can change the grades big time.
I don't know, man. My kid squeaked by. I don't know how he failed art at one point.
But I'll bet you if you guys went to went in there.
I wouldn't. Are you kidding? That teaches him nothing.
No, like I said, but I do know the ones, especially in the higher grades. If they get a B, what do you mean? He did A work and stuff, and they go in there.
I don't know. Pondo's pretty old school, man.
Your kids went to Pondo?
Yeah.
What is that?
Ponderosa High School. Parker, South Parker.
There's kids there that have Trump flags and shit, man. It's not like most of
Dan, maybe you can
Denver.
help with this. As far as the cancer patient, when I took the calls my first day back, he indicated he had not talked to you at all. And then it said something about a friend. I said, did a friend talk to Tom while I was gone? He says, no. So he calls, and then a friend calls later on and says he had talked to somebody.
This is the homeless cancer guy.
No, I know, but the guy doesn't want us to call the place.
So what we offered, because he wanted $4,000 by 5 o'clock yesterday.
He gave us a deadline. We don't do it that way.
Yeah.
$4,000 by a certain amount of time. I'd love to call him and look. Our other offer for help is still out there for counseling and all the other.
Did you call his wife?
Get the guy back on.
Not today.
Did you call his wife?
No, I told Daphne to get that information.
His wife.
So okay, let's work on it today and get it back tomorrow. But tell that other caller.
Married 30 years.
Oh,
he has
that's
cancer.
yeah,
She
he's
left.
gone. But I just wanted you to know what the guy said.
She's just with her kids.
But what people think we just like wave magic wands
No,
and come up with $4,000 or
well,
something.
it's not so much that. They want to know, are we sincere in helping? Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Tom Martino. Let's go to the phone. So, Bill, you have a question on adverse retirement. Terry, we'll get to you and your mom's retirement. So, Bill, adverse retirement, what can we tell you about?
Oh, adverse possession.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mixed both calls together. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. So, Bill, what about adverse possession? It is when someone uses openly and without permission or authorization, they use a piece of property, call it their own, maintain it, and then ask the courts to make it formal. That's what it is.
Okay, well, let me throw you what I got. I got 2 items. Okay, well, this happened a couple of years ago. So I had a 4-corner survey, pin survey done.
Okay.
And they put the pin right in their driveway, which they had to cut out. And then they were given a copy of the survey.
Who's they?
What's that?
Who is they? The neighbor?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is by a surveying company.
You hired a survey.
Yes, and it's filed with the county.
And then they were given a copy.
Right.
I got it.
And so then I called up, before all this, I called up the city to ask them about the reverse possession.
Adverse possession.
Adverse possession.
Now it's your fault. Okay,
and
go ahead.
They said they won't allow it because they don't want little pieces of land here and there. And
well, it doesn't matter. They don't have jurisdiction over it.
Right. But anyway, they were given the 4-corner survey.
All right.
So anyway,
I can't believe the county said they don't allow. What county said that?
Oh, that was the city of Lakewood.
Well, they don't get it. They don't get a voice in it. It's the court.
Okay. Well, that was years ago, and I figured exactly what happened. So recently, remember, I called you about the tree trimmer.
All right.
Right. Well.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're talking breaking and entering. I believe it's a felony.
What is breaking and entering? What did they do to break and enter?
Okay. Well.
Tell me what you're talking about. Breaking and entering. They broke into your home.
Into the backyard.
Well, that's not breaking and entering. That's trespassing. That's not breaking and entering.
Well, what they did was, I had an early doctor's appointment. They must have been waiting.
Bill, this story is not interesting. Here's the part I need to get to. The part that is interesting. I don't mean to insult you. I'm just saying, what is the point of the story? What are you trying to get across?
What I'm getting at is, okay, what he also did was he reached underneath the gate.
He trespassed to get a ladder on your property so they could service the tree. So what's the problem?
Well, he busted the gate coming in.
Well, then he has to pay you for it, or the neighbor does.
Right.
Yeah. Do you need us to help you with that?
No, I don't think so right now.
Okay.
But isn't it, that's not breaking and entering into my backyard?
The police wouldn't look at it like that. They really wouldn't.
He broke the gate. I
Okay.
talked to the police.
Yes.
They were here, not for me, for someone else. And
Bill, I'm not going to split hairs with you. I don't care, actually. Okay. But most of the time, it's called trespassing, and destruction of property is breaking the gate. Is it technically breaking and entering? Breaking and entering is not even technically the name of that statute. What they mean is they go into a home or into a building or something. Can you break and enter into a piece of property? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But most of the time, it's aggravated trespass and destruction of property. So what is the difference? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you going to press charges?
Well, I don't know. I should have, because...
Okay, well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You're pissed off at your neighbors for what reason? Because they took part of your property.
It's just a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. But they took part of your property, and you never went to take it back. How long have they been...
No, I got it back.
Oh, good. Excellent. Terry, what's on your mind about your mom's retirement? $170,000 in a 401k, $120,000 in savings. Now, the savings is easy. Do you want to avoid probate, right? She doesn't have real estate or a home?
She has no real estate, no home.
Okay, so to avoid probate... David Salisbury has told people in this situation where you have a savings account, you do a beneficiary on the savings account. It's that simple. It automatically reverts to the heirs. Now, the only problem that presents is if it reverts to the heirs, then they can reference the will to see who the heirs are. Otherwise, if you reference two people in the savings account, it won't prevent one from getting all of it if they go there first. So to keep it from breaking into arguments, you need to also have a will. So they're not going to get away with a will. They may get away without going to probate. So how many heirs are there?
There are three of us.
Okay.
Myself and my two younger brothers.
But there is no place. There is no place on the savings account when you leave a beneficiary to say, I want this beneficiary to get this much, I want this beneficiary. That's not what that's for. That's just for a beneficiary. So what you can do is say, beneficiaries, John, Bill, and Harry. Now, John, Bill, and Harry, they must split that up according to the will. The will supersede that. So in the will you say, the beneficiary of the savings account will be divided this way. That's how you would handle that. So that would avoid probate. The other thing is... the 401k, same exact thing, and there you can apportion it with the trustee who has your 401k. So you would in your apportionment you would say, John gets this much, and so gets this much, and so gets this much, and then to be double sure, you mention that in the will as well. So you would have a simple will, probably $500, and those two documents. Well, you do the 401k without anyone. I mean, no one has. And then, well, actually, both of them. You don't need an attorney. This whole thing's going to cost you $500 or $600.
And Tom, my other question would be, can she start giving that money away now?
Of course. There's no implications whatsoever. If you give away real estate, there's all kinds of implications. But there's nothing to prevent her from gifting the entire $120,000 right now. You guys pay not a dime in taxes.
Wow.
So she can divide it in three and give it all away. She can just take some of it and give it away. The same with the 401k. She can take, how old is she?
80.
She can take whatever withdrawal she wants without penalty.
No, she'll pay taxes on that.
I said without penalty. Okay,
yeah.
So she's going to pay taxes. Everyone pays taxes, but there are no penalties, and there's no tax to you. That's the point. Is that the tax is only normal tax. She didn't pay tax with it going in, so she'll pay the normal tax. On the savings, she doesn't pay tax because she already was taxed on that money. It's a very simple process.
Right, and Tom, my only concern was
Bob, what were you going to say? Bob
I was just going to say, I could be mistaken here, but if she takes everything out and divides it amongst the three of them and gives it to them, don't they have to pay tax? It's a gift tax, anything over $15,000, I thought.
No gift tax. Should they? I can give you $1 million tomorrow, and there's not a dime of tax.
Can we test that theory?
Yeah. Now listen, what Bob is.
Everybody heard that,
listen,
right?
here's
I
what,
agree with Bob. It's
Terry,
taxed.
Here's what you're going to hear.
No, it's not taxed.
And here's what you're going to hear.
I just want to be part of the deal.
Yeah. Here's what you're going to hear from people, and that's why, you have to get the right information from me. And that is, 15 grand is a limit per year per person for one reason only, to keep it from going against your lifetime limit. So if someone gave you 100 grand, you subtract 25 or 15. 85,000 of it goes against that person's lifetime limit, which is now 6 million, I believe. And that lifetime limit is now 5 million, blah, 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 blah. So if you have a substantial estate, you want to keep all those limits where you can, you want to keep those limits fresh. But for someone who will never reach 6 million, you can give away things your entire life and it won't affect you one single bit. And there is no tax at all. It's the great thing about gifting. But people believe they have to go through all kinds of conniptions to do the gifting, and they don't. They can just give it to you. It's so, yeah.
Is there any concern about about if she would ever have to go into a home, about her hiding that money?
Yep. If she does it, okay, and that's a very good point, brother, because if she has a 401k and a savings, they can tap it. They can't tap gifts if she gave them away 5 years before she needed it.
I knew you were going to say that. I think that might be where the problem's going to be.
How old is she?
Well, she's 80.
Do it tomorrow.
Right.
No, really. Can she survive 5 years without?
No, she can't.
You should have done it a couple years ago.
Yes, I tried to tell her that.
So now the money's never going to be to yours because they're going to use that money up. It doesn't matter what you say. They're going to use the money up.
She can spend it.
Now, is it 3 years or 5 year look back? It's 5 years.
It's 5.
Okay. She can spend it. Mark said that. She can spend it. She literally can spend it.
Yeah, I don't think she has a problem with that. It's just she was really wanting to give it to us before.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say no. Go to David Salisbury or go to a good attorney that plans these things. But I can see they might have a tricky way. I can see of no way of sheltering this away from her housing and medical. And by the way, I don't think it should be in my own. I mean, I've said this before. Why people should pay for their whatever they need, and then Social Security should pay the rest. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gifting 5 years before. Yes, do it. Take advantage of all legal loopholes there are. But so what if someone is left with some money at the end of their normal life and they have to pay toward their retirement or whatever you call it? That you got to do it. But man, I'll tell you what. How about this? No matter what, doing it now is better than not doing it, in my opinion, because the worst that'll happen is they will count it against her. So you guys put that money in trust for yourself and don't touch it until you know she can go 5 years without help.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm not even sure. Yeah, that's what I would do. Now, the 401k, I'm not sure how they go about tapping that, but I do know it's considered an asset. I don't know if it's the same as cash in a savings account, but I do know it is an asset with value, and they can make you liquidate.
Great. Thanks.
Okay. And so, anyway, we got that's a very interesting question. Speaking of interesting questions, Bob, and this is a trick question because we happen to get this email, but I want to know your opinion because it backfired on somebody. I already gave you a hint. I have a furnace that's 15 years old, and I need an air conditioner. And the company says I should replace both. By the way, the company is not Plumline, but I'm curious, what would you recommend?
In my opinion, my recommendation would be to replace both.
Mine would be too, because we had a situation pretty much backfire. Someone had, what, a 20-year furnace, Mark? Was it 20 years old?
It was 25.
And they replaced just the air and put a brand new air conditioner on top of a piece of crap box.
Right, and you can certainly do that, but the furnace is going to be going anytime soon.
Okay, what does the furnace, does the air conditioner actually sit, how are they working together?
So and that's what most people don't understand. They think they're independent of each other. So there's a coil that sits above the furnace.
Okay.
And so the air conditioner on the outside, the condensing unit, to simplify things, will send liquid into the coil
to be circulated.
The air passes by, right, and that's what cools
So
the
then,
air. If
the furnace is not, if the blower in the furnace is the only thing you care about, right, or not?
Right, because that moves the air. That's what it does.
Because technically, you don't even need a furnace to have air. You just need a box with a blower.
You can have an air handler, right?
An air handler.
Right. But
so what if they want to just do an air handler and air conditioner separately? Oh no, they'd have to be. Well, I don't know. Could you do an air handler and a air conditioning separately and say I'll worry about the furnace when it goes in a few years?
It would cost you the same amount. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense.
Well, wait, an air handler is the same price of a furnace?
You're not going to save a lot of money by doing that.
All right. So go ahead and get the furnace.
So get the furnace. You got brand new bumper to bumper warranties on both. The efficiency levels are going to be much higher than they were 15 years ago. I mean, there's so many benefits. And if that furnace goes out 6 months from now, you're basically paying double installation charges.
Yeah, I know.
And so there's, if it's 15 years old, get it replaced.
Now, 303-713-TALK. We have open lines. We often do this time of day. You can get right through. I promise you, this is the greatest time to call. And by the way, plumlineservices.com, 303-586-1086. So if you have a question or a complaint, or you just want to sound off, this is the time to do it.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the Fox Business Network on Wall Street, the market is holding steady after the Federal Reserve raises short-term interest rates for the third time this year, a quarter point, to a range of 2 to 2.25%, which is their highest level in a decade. And shares of Papa John's are up over 10% after a report that the company's founder, John Schnatter,
because if somebody told me that when I got hired in, I certainly wouldn't have done that.
It's bleach, it says.
You gotta get me here.
I don't manspread.
That's my last place in business, and you say that.
I don't manspread.
They do it all the time.
Here's the actual video.
Let's see.
I'm still going to disagree with you guys on that gift tax.
No. Tom's exactly right.
No, you're talking about an estate tax. There is estate tax and gift tax.
There's no gift tax.
There is no gift tax.
Well,
let's bet for lunch. I want lunch at Del Frisco's.
No, with us.
Okay.
I get part of that.
So, okay, I think that there's, if you give me over $15,000, then there's a gift tax in there.
No. Mark, let me see the video.
I'm not talking about dying.
I'm just salivating. I'm salivating over the
You're supposed to say,
okay.
Hey, I'm part of that.
It's so bullshit.
You're
She just
supposed
walks
to
up
report
and
it.
does it to like
The 15,000, so they can add that to that lifetime.
Well, I'm saying, you know what? She's just lucky she doesn't get slapped. I mean, guys are not that polite anymore.
And these are Russians.
Yeah, those Russian videos or YouTube and stuff. Those dudes are nuts.
So if Tom gave us each $15,000,
I can give you $1 million.
He can give 1 million people 15,000, and nobody's got to report it.
Okay. And you're saying until he reaches that?
No, not even.
That doesn't even count.
No. I can get 15 the rest of my life and never ever report it, and I still have the full $6 million to give away at death. But if I give away more than 15 per year to any recipient, then the excess is subtracted from the $6 million.
From the lifelong.
Lifetime. Yeah.
Now,
how in God's green earth are they going to track that?
You're accounting if you give over 50.
You have to track
your
every gift you give. You have to track every gift that you give. So if I give
over
$15,
15,
I have to fill out I have to fill out a form. If I give you $1 million,
yeah, the giftee doesn't have to do that.
And I have to say that I gave you $1 million. I subtract 15, and the rest goes to
gift
the
order
in the sky or wherever.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Hey, Tom, before we wrap up, you can do specials.
And I've been putting it on the thing. I've been putting it on there.
Now listen, one time I told them this person was trying to figure out a way. She had cancer or something. She wanted her friend to have a house with no tax implications. And I said, give her the house. And she couldn't get over that she could do that. I just don't understand why people make it so complicated.
But they would look back 5 years
Oh, no,
ago,
it was
right?
money.
If she died? If she died, they'd look back.
No,
or if
she had
went to
cancer.
home,
She wasn't old.
Okay.
She wasn't old. She just wanted to get away.
So that retirement center then could tap into that money you gave away. If it was 3 years ago, they could tap in and start.
5 years.
Well, I know, but so within that 5 years,
Yes,
they can start accessing those funds.
But here's what's funny. She could fly to Vegas right now, put it all on the roulette wheel in one thing, and there's nothing anybody can do. Nor did she break the law. So she can.
If she loses,
if she loses, she can't have anything to show for it.
And so if they don't have funds to access, then the state, the Medicaid, and the government cover those expenses.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, if you have
the only reason I disagree with you is if you look
I'm
at how much you pay
assets.
into shit.
I'm going to try to get rid of my assets, but if I end up with some,
yeah.
Thank you. Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Some specials coming up from Zero Res if you're looking for carpet cleaning and plumb line services. Right now, Darcy has a question. Go ahead. Darcy, what's happening?
Well, I just had a question.
Yeah.
My mother passed away and left some money in a joint checking account with my sister. And my sister wishes to split it with me 50-50. How do we do that without getting penalized for taxes?
See, that's a little more weird because the money was left to one. Now that one's giving it away. But it's not that weird. So, how much money are we talking about?
$300,000.
Okay. So here's what happens. Your mom gave it to your sister, right?
They just did a joint checking account trying to avoid probate.
Yeah, but but is your mom dead?
Yes, she is.
Right. Well, then it was a gift. It was left to your sister. She pays no tax on that. Okay.
Okay.
Now she makes a gift to you for $150,000.
Okay.
And that's it. It's a gift, and she fills out, and her accountant will fill out a form, and they'll take the $150,000, and the $150,000 you subtract $15,000, and then the $135,000 left goes against her lifetime $6 million exclusion. So no one pays taxes. If you have any doubts, go to an accountant. But I'm telling you the truth. What?
I was just curious. The $15,000 you said keep track or keep it in.
No. You don't have to do anything. What I'm saying is this, Darcy, is that the 15 is the exclusion we all get every year or it might be 14. I don't know why I say 15. I think it's 14.
It's 15 as of 2018.
Okay, so it is 15 this year. So we all get to give away 15 grand to each recipient without it counting against our lifetime limit. Okay?
Of 11.18 million.
Wait, it's not 6, it's 11.8 now?
Yeah, I think the new tax cuts.
5.6 million is an individual, 11.2 is a couple.
Okay, that sounds right.
Okay. So therefore, you don't have to keep track of anything, Darcy, but your sister will keep track of the $135,000. She doesn't do it, the IRS does. That $135,000 goes against her lifetime limit. But Darcy, it'll never matter. Is she ever going to amass $11 million that she has to worry about her limit?
And probably not.
Okay, but if she does, God bless her, if she does, then she only pays tax, the estate only pays tax on the amount over that.
I understand.
Okay, so you don't have a problem. It's going to be wonderful. Jessica, what's going on, Jessica?
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
What's going on? When we have room for more, 303-713-TALK. You can get right through. So you have a problem with a tow company. What's going on with it?
Yes, sir. It's Den Towing out of Broomfield. They do have other locations.
It's called Den?
Yes, D-E-N.
Got it.
Towing. Yes.
Got it.
And so I was supposed to go and pick up my car there yesterday for $355. And I was told originally that I could use a card. And when I called to make arrangements to meet someone there yesterday, I was told the woman who owns it had left for the day. There was no one in the office.
Yeah, they don't take cards. They don't take cards.
she said originally I could use the card as long as it had my name on it.
Yeah,
So
but they lied to you because they don't ever take cards. They don't have to take cards. They didn't create a contract with you to take a card, and if they broke
contract at all.
No, that's what I mean. They don't have to take your card, long story short. Anyway, what happened then?
Right. So then he said I had to have cash right then, which I had a regular credit card that couldn't get cash off of it. So I wasn't able to get the cash. He said, I can't answer any questions. You can't talk to anyone else. Call tomorrow. When I call today, she's raised the price by $200 with no explanation, no rhyme or reason.
Well, why did you... Wait. So yesterday was $355.
Yes.
And today... No, that's weird. That's totally weird. Now, they have to justify the price. Aren't they under PUC pricing, Mark, or is that just tow companies? Is she charging... what is the additional money? Did she break it down? What are you paying for?
She won't explain it to me at all. I called the Broomfield police. They won't they won't call her and ask her.
Well, no, because they don't want... No, they don't want to represent you, and they can't. I would do this. You don't want to hear this, and I hope you can do it. But really, these guys are holding all the cards right now. I would pay it in cash just to get your car, get an absolute receipt. Then I would go back after them if you have a case in small claims court for whatever difference there should be. But I don't know if you have a case or not. I don't know, because I don't know if the $355 was not accurately quoted, because that was just the tow, and they also are charging storage. Would be
she said that was the final amount.
Okay, well, Jessica, here's the deal. You're not going to win this right now. You're just not, unless you pay it. I've seen this too many times. Because they have your car, while you're fighting it, the charges are going to keep mounting, and you'll lose your car. But if you get your $555, we will help you step by step to go through the process of trying to figure out what happened. But even after that, it could be that it ends up she had a right to charge you that. I don't know yet. I think what I would do is pay the $555. Then I would sue him in small claims court because she won't give you a breakdown. Everyone in the world deserves some kind of, explanation for the charge. Was it for what part was towing? Well, by the way, is this the tow company and the impound yard?
Yes.
Okay, well, under the PUC, you have a right to know what the tow cost.
Okay.
And if she doesn't tell you, I would sue in small claims court for the extra $200 and say that it was arbitrary and she never published her tow rate to you. Now, Dan, do you want to call and try to, in a friendly way, get a breakdown, letting them know that the Public Utilities Commission requires them to publish their tow rates?
Sure. And then, like say, if I can just get your information, I'll ask them about you guys.
So why don't you hang on? But still, I'm not recommending you wait. I'm just saying that we might be able to get you a breakdown, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Tow companies can be really scary, and even though you may have a case and may be able to win, you're going to have a problem. Okay, what is the special from Zero Res?
So, Tom, right now, we are putting a special out there, 3 areas,
and they're big areas,
bucks.
by the way, 200 square foot areas. We walked that out together. That's a pretty big area.
10 by 20,
and you're doing or whatever.
3 areas for $109. That's normally going to cost you $130 or $129 right now.
Okay, so that's good.
So that's today. If you'll book today online or call into our office.
Does it have to be done today?
No.
All right.
But book it today. That
right.
Price is for today only.
And it's $109. $109.
Great deal.
That is 303-471-5150. ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150.
There you go.
This report is brought to you by Walgreens.
Easy in the city, but heading out I-70 into the mountains.
Starting in 2018. Listen to this.
Per person?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No, but listen to this. This is even more incredible. Here's the example they give. If I gift you, or no, if I gift a trust for my kids right now, $11.18 million, okay, and I live another 20 years, and we'll take 6% annual growth on that $11 million, okay, that's going to put basically $36 million in that account in 20 years. This tax savings on that, on the $25 million, okay, is still $10 million. So it even excludes the taxes on that 6%.
Wow.
It's crazy. I did not know that.
And, you know, and it's really fair because wealth cannot be passed down unless you control that. I mean, it is really abusive. And why do you penalize people for gaining wealth? I mean, of course, this country is famous for that right now. We think it should be done.
That's a crazy example.
Well, the only thing is, if they gave it away, like say you had stock and the stock increased by $1 million, if you cash that out during your lifetime, you pay tax. If you gift that, there's no tax.
This example,
not gifted. If you, so that to me, people say it's double taxation. It is not double taxation.
Actually, though, if you gift stocks on the day you gift it,
that's the basis.
Right.
Is your basis.
Well, not if you gift it to you can't gift it to a person. Stock. Well, okay, I'm sorry, you're right. If you're saying that person is got to, but someone's got to,
just like a house. They don't take the original basis.
I don't know if you can gift stock like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
does anybody remember that robocall?
I know you can because a Kudro is quite the same thing, and that is where you sign it over to.
No one remembers.
So there is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. Now, I don't know what the
so
form
why
is.
wouldn't everybody do gift the stock like that?
Maybe you can.
When
maybe you have to sell it and gift the money.
That's what
I don't know.
But to charity, you can gift it and write off the whole thing.
I don't know about it. We should ask, you know what, we need to have an inheritance show. We really do. Because I don't know if you can gift stocks straight across.
You can do charity.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
You know, we're going to take Jessica's information in order to help her off the air with the towing company. Bob Logan?
Yes, sir.
You got a special for us?
I got some great specials.
Plumline Services. Go ahead, sir.
So I don't know if you remember, but our 20-year anniversary was this Sunday.
Yes.
So 20 year in business. So for that, we're doing a $20 furnace tune-up special. Almost $200 value for $20. 22-point inspection.
How long are you doing this for?
Well, I'll do it for the first 10 callers that call today.
First 10 callers today in honor of 20 years.
All you need to do is book today. You can book for next week. It doesn't matter to me. Just call today. 22-point inspection, and if your furnace would break down during the season, we'll apply that towards repairs or give you a refund. Another thing we got going on, and this is incredible.
So $20, and if anything comes up that you want to fix, that's credited. Go ahead.
And this is incredible, and this is for Tom Martino listeners. Make sure you mention his name.
Okay.
If you buy a qualifying air conditioner, we will give you a free furnace with the installation. So we're talking about the older furnace. You get the entire system, furnace, air conditioner. Just buy the air conditioner, pay for the installation. We'll give you the furnace for free.
If my neighbor buys just an AC from you, will you give me the free furnace?
As long as he doesn't want it installed, sure.
No, listen.
No,
you have to pay. No, you can't do it. But you have to pay for the installation.
It's all part of the installation.
But part of the installation is the installation of that furnace. Now, the number for Plumline Services, it's plumlineservices.com, and the number is 303-586-1086. 303-586-1086. Delilah, what's going on with you? Delilah?
Yes.
I hear you're very upset, dear. What is happening?
Well, I am upset. I always hear that you help people.
Well, we try, but sometimes, Delilah, I just want to tell you, sometimes, we can't, but I want to try. What is going on?
Well, me and my family, over the past 5 months, my husband got laid off his job, and we lived in Johnstown, Colorado, and we had to move out of our house because they raised the rent on us. And I have 6 kids, and me and him, over the summer we couldn't find a place, so we would camp out at campsites, and we had to put our stuff in storage.
God.
And we couldn't afford to be on storage, and it got so behind, and the lady was so nice at the storage place. She still is, but it's her job, which I understand. And some lady bought the storage unit, our storage units, and I'm telling you the truth, there's nothing even valuable. The furniture could be valuable, but if anybody's ever had any belongings or for their kids, it's heartbreaking because I just
Delilah, listen, is there a way that the woman who bought the stuff would let go some of that personal stuff that doesn't have any value to her?
I don't know. I just can't. We can't. The lady won't. The lady at the storage place, has been trying to talk to her, but I thought if somebody maybe different called her, she would.
I would
listen.
call. No, right now, you want us to call the storage lady or the lady that bought the stuff?
Well, I think you would have to call the storage lady and then ask if you could talk to that
Okay,
lady.
is the storage lady giving out the information of who bought it?
She's not, but she's trying to get the lady to say yes, that she'll talk to us or whatever.
But listen, you're not asking, and in fact, we'll even pay her something for it. We will do that for you if truly your story is true and there are personal items. Tell me some
I know that I'm it's. I know it sounds weird, but maybe to some people it doesn't mean anything. But you don't understand. Photo albums and pictures and just my daughter's and my son's belongings. She can have everything else.
Delilah,
I'll give it away.
Delilah, I totally understand. Totally. I totally.
I've never felt this way before. I feel so heartbroken. I don't know. I just feel heartbroken.
Delilah, I honest to God, everyone listening knows exactly how you feel. I mean, no, you don't even have to explain it. Now, Delilah, I want to ask a few questions. Is your husband working now?
Yes, he's working now.
Good. Do you have a place to live?
So next week we go look at another place. And it's been hard because we moved to Denver, and so right now we're
it's
still
hard.
looking and looking. It is hard, and we're not like one of those families that are like, hey, we live off people or we do things. We've been trying to do it, and it's just been hard. And then this is overwhelming to me, and it just.
How old are you guys?
It makes me sad. I'm 35, and my husband's 34.
What does your husband do, Delilah?
He works for oil and gas, but he got slow.
And is it back? Where is he? What is he doing now?
So right now he works for a guy fixing brand new houses and putting flooring in and fixing up houses, and he's doing good.
Okay,
but when the oil and gas come up, he knows how to.
Okay. Okay, Delilah. Listen, we need to appeal to somebody. I mean, this is far beyond just dollars and cents.
And I mean, some people, is there money is everything. I don't even care about money. The little things matter to me.
We hear it.
Leave Suzanne the info. We'll call up.
No, honest to God, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to say to the woman, look, you bought the stuff. Obviously, these photographs and things have no value. We'll even reimburse you for your trouble. I mean, I don't think people can be this heartless, for God's sakes. Delilah, you leave your information, and anyone that wants to help you, we're going to keep track of, because we want to help you, okay? So hang on, all right?
Okay.
You called the right place for at least getting someone to call. We will call right after the show, okay? And we will try. Here's what we're going to try to do. Get that number of that person, and then after that, try to reimburse her for your personal belongings as a gift to you. And I'm hoping this woman will talk to us. You think a woman bought the stuff?
Yeah, they had the sale on Saturday.
Did you go to the sale?
So the sale.
Did you go?
No, because we couldn't. We were in Denver, and I was in Johnstown, and we didn't know. I mean, we didn't even have a phone because we've been saving up every little penny to get our place. And I told Rose, which is the lady at the self-service place, she knows everything, but it was her job, and I understand. And I will get on my hands and knees. I'll do anything for that lady if she just gives her that stuff back. I'm telling you the truth. There's nothing in there that valuable. And I knew that it was our responsibility, and I own up to that, but we just couldn't help it. We couldn't help it.
I know.
Everything that we've owned in my entire life was in there, and I tried so hard, but sometimes trying it just doesn't work.
How's your husband taking this?
He's just upset too. He doesn't he feels like a failure. He just feels hurt and heartbroken for our kids, but he feels like a failure. But it's not.
Where are you guys living? Where are you guys living right now?
We were staying with my cousin, and then we were staying in a hotel, and we were getting vouchers and stuff. So it's just been an on and off thing. And
our goal was before Thanksgiving to get our place, because you know how you have to come up first month's deposit and first month's rent. So that's all we were doing.
Listen, Delilah, we'll talk to you a little more off the air. I'm sure there are people hearing, and people, you know how this works. When we help people, we never take a dime, not a penny, not anything. If you ever want to help, we make sure every single cent goes to these people to help them. And here's another thing. We vow to check out the story. Delilah sounds like a wonderful person, sympathetic and all that, but Delilah, you understand we'll check out your story. So if people want to if people want to help, we'll make sure that we can do this, okay? So
okay, I appreciate it. Like, I'll do anything.
Now,
I promise I'll
okay, I am so hoping that this woman will have a heart and try to get us this information. And I think if we appeal to her commercial nature, the other woman say, look, just tell her we want to make an offer and we want to talk to her. Referralist.com, help at troubleshooter.com if you want to call us. Or
hey, does it seem like your life really isn't your own? Tired of sacrificing your most valuable asset, the limited time you have on this earth, for a paycheck? This is Dave Logan. You know, my friends at Online Trading Academy have been teaching powerful Wall Street techniques to Main Street investors for over 20 years. Sign up now for a free half-day class. Classes are limited. Online Trading Academy, the only